Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Eric with SweetSpotDFS going over a PGA DFS strategy video for the 2024 Farmers Insurance Open. If you're new to the channel, welcome in. I like to do things a little bit different here. The whole purpose of me doing this YouTube stuff is to try to find the optimal lineup, target the optimal lineup every single week, and that's what I'm going to be trying to do in this video. I'll go over the general information of this tournament. We'll go over the golf course, see if there's any advantages of hitting certain shot shapes, anything like that. We'll talk about all of the course statistics that we need to talk about. I imagine most of you have already been just saturated with information when it comes to all of the course information. There are two golf courses this week. We have a 36-hole cut. Last week we had a 54-hole cut. Again, I'll get into most of this during the golf course and tournament information portion of it. But then I like to go from there and go straight into very specific lineup building strategies. I bring up the marquee tee times. I bring up the buckets because we want to narrow down our player pool to really like hone in on the optimal lineup. So that's the whole goal. And we will be building lineups about the 1 hour mark. So if you're watching this on replay, oh, by the way, forgot, this is Tuesday night. Lineup block is Wednesday morning. So they start this tournament a little bit early. So I usually have this about 2 days before lineup block or a day and a half behind before lineup block, but you pretty much have like 12 hours from the end of this video to lineup block. So be cognizant of that. If you're watching this Wednesday, like mid-morning or early afternoon, it's too late. The tournament has already started. But hopefully you catch us beforehand. And if you do, some of the things that I'll be talking about, I hope they help you in building lineups. So, good evening, Joanne. Again, this is a live video, but if you're watching on replay, hit the like. Comment down below. If you do that, and if you comment like Joanne did, you're going to get a free entry into the giveaways that I like to run. One being a weekly giveaway, and the other being a monthly giveaway. So during these live videos every Tuesday night, I do a weekly giveaway where I give out $5. Now, here's the thing. You need to be present in order to win. You have to reach out to me at sweetspotdfs@gmail.com and tell me where I can send you the $5. I personally, most of you people on YouTube have your information hidden. So if I go click on your name or I go look you up on YouTube and I try to find contact information from you, it's impossible. So if you win a giveaway, you got to let me know you won it. And then we can talk about how to send you the money that you won. So that's the weekly giveaway. The monthly giveaway, I'll run the first Tuesday of the very next month. As you can see, we hit our subscriber goal all the way over there to the left. So I'm giving away what you see up there, $100 during the monthly giveaway, which again will be Tuesday, the first Tuesday in February. I will be doing that. Now, if you want an opportunity to win that $100, do what Joanne did in the live or in the chat. Comment down on this video, or if you're watching this on replay, comment there. You get a free entry into the giveaway just by participating on this channel, and of course you have to be subscribed. So do all that good stuff. You can see it right there. Be subscribed, comment below. That's how you earn your entry, and you get one free entry per video you comment on. So Joanne, just so you know, you've commented here during the live video, but I also put up a replay. So if you were to comment on the replay, you'll get an additional entry. I haven't been clear with that in the past, but you will get an additional entry that way. It just helps the YouTube algorithm. So I appreciate you commenting here, but if you want another entry, do so during the replay. Where else was I going to go with this? Again, be subscribed. I'll run it Tuesday. If for whatever reason we don't hit our goal, which isn't going to happen for this next month, I'm giving away $100 the first Tuesday of February. I'd instead give away a t-shirt that has the SweetSpotDFS logo on it. So basically what I'm wearing right now, obviously, would be flipped the right side round. And then the other thing to add to that, you see how we're at 612 out of 600? I am going to add $10 for every $10 or 10 new subscribers for this month. Some people just see that goal and they're like, you know what? I'll just comment. Maybe he doesn't know I'm not a subscriber or whatever. The more subscribers. So if we get to 620, I'll add $20 to the pot. So I guess I should rewrite what you see above here. Instead of it saying 100, it should say 110 because we hit 612. That's obviously over 610. So I'm going to give away $110. If we get to 620 people subscribe to the channel, I'll give away $120. And if we get to 630, I'll give away $130. So every 10 subscribers, I'm adding $10 to the pot. Just so you know. That way we're constantly growing and adding, you know, growing the monthly giveaway pot. So keep all of that in mind. What's going on, AJ Love? What's going on, Joshua Maz? Nice to see you guys in the chat. So if you want entries into the giveaway, that's all you have to do. I know that was long-winded. How about this? Let's run a giveaway right now. Again, if your name is the winner, contact me right there, SweetSpotDFS at gmail.com. Tell me how you like the $5 sent to you, and I will send it your way. Or we can bank the $5 towards other things. I've got t-shirts that are worth $15. I also have sweatshirts that are worth $40. And then if we get enough people interested, I can buy us all hats. I've got no issue doing that. I can buy, or I can create a new merch drop if everyone is interested. So we can always do that, and your giveaway money can go towards those things. So let's go ahead. Let's check out who our winner is for the weekly giveaway. And oh, by the way, all of your entries are added to the monthly giveaway. So we'll wait to run that until Tuesday of next month, the first Tuesday of next month. But here we have our first weekly giveaway. Let's hear the drum roll. AJ Love, I see you in the chat. You won $5, sir. And it was because you were here during the American Express, during the live video there. So email me at sweetspotdfs at gmail.com. Let me know. I can send you that money. Google Pay, PayPal, Venmo. Those are all places I can send you money. I do not have Apple Pay, so I unfortunately cannot do that. But yeah, congratulations, AJ. Again, all of your names will be going into the giveaway for the monthly, and just show you that's not rigged. It's random. So yeah, there you go. That's our weekly giveaway. Now, I also have a Prize Picks promo code that if you sign up using Prize Picks and put 20 bucks in your account, I should say, if you sign up on Prize Picks using the SweetSpot promo code and put at least 20 bucks in your account, I'm going to give you $20 back. So there's a link in the description down below. Click that link. It'll get you to the home page. All you got to do is click on the sign up, like on the top right hand corner of that page. And once you go to the sign up page, you'll already see the promo code SweetSpot populated in there. So do that, put 20 bucks in your account. I'll give you the $20 back. It's the best deal when it comes to any promo code for Prize Picks, because nobody else is doing that. And by the way, you're going to get a deposit match. Forgot that whole piece of it. So you know all those big names out there like Pat Mayo, Rick Gaiman, when they do the whole Prize Pick stuff, I have that same deposit match attached to the SweetSpot promo code. It's just if you use the promo code and put 20 bucks in your account, I'm doing one little extra thing. I'm giving you $20 back. So best deal out there for Prize Picks. Not only am I okay, so those are the two kind of monetary giveaways. I also am providing a cheat sheet. You can find a link for that in the description below. Just click that link and it'll send you to this page. I'll be covering everything that's on this page during this video. You can find the dream sheet here, which there are filters that you can use, or a filter that you can use. I also have the bucket system here as well. So when I go over the bucket system, you can use the filters here as well. Again, a link in the description below. And of course, when I build lineups, I use an optimizer, and I have my very own optimizer that I will be using. We, and I say we as the SweetSpot community, we built a GPP winning lineup for the Century on stream live That went to Ryan Henson. He won $1,500 in the Minimax. The Sony was a little bit different. We didn't build a winner. I certainly didn't do well. Sony was kind of an anomaly. Last week, yours truly was able to 10x his money for building the lineups that I built, using a strategy that I'm going to show you guys in this video a little bit later, right before we build lineups. I want to show you the 7K strategy that I had. It worked out beautifully. I'm thinking about doing it again this week. I'll show it to you on the stream. But yeah, I turned $66 into $690, so that was really nice. It took a JT, a Justin Thomas birdie on the last hole to flip the... I was in second place, trailing by 10 points. I ended up winning a winner take all for $500, and that was I think I won by like 5 points or something like that. That birdie was huge. So all of this is available to you. If you want this optimizer right there, email me at sweetspotdfs@gmail.com. Let me know you're interested. I have my email up right now, so if you want it during the stream, I can certainly send it to you. Just make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you're commenting here in the chat. Let me know, and I will do just that. Or I'll send it to you. Lombardi Lego's PrizePicks is not in my state or isn't legal where I'm at. That stinks, man. Yeah, there was something weird. I was in Alabama visiting, and Alabama doesn't allow PrizePicks. They also don't allow gambling, but they allow DraftKings. Then you go to Tennessee, they allow gambling, they allow DraftKings, but they don't allow PrizePicks. It's so weird. And now I'm in Minnesota. There's no gambling, but there's PrizePicks and there's DraftKings. I don't get it. States are weird. Just how it goes. And hey, if you ever get to a state where you can sign up and you want to just try it out, put 20 bucks in your account, I'll give you that $20 back, and you'll end up having 40 in your account because PrizePicks will match your deposit. So it'll be free. So whenever you travel, think of that. Think about adding PrizePicks if you can. Helps me, I'll help you. And for that one little bit in time, you can try to put like 40 bucks on something. Maybe you'll get like a 5x, 10x, 25x. And then just boom, cash out and never use it again. You can certainly do that. It wouldn't hurt my feelings. I don't really care. So yeah. Okay. Let's go ahead and get into this video. Let's get into the strategy portion of it. And we're going to start with the tournament fact sheets. I always do this for every single tournament. It's the easiest way to, because this is free. You don't have to go to a website and pay a subscription. You can come here and get all of the course details that you need. Just visit the gcsaa.org. Like you can see that up here. I know the font is pretty small, but the gcsaa.org. Scroll all the way down to the bottom. You're going to find the media room down here. Click that, click on the tournament fact sheets. You'll come to this page. PGA Tour, Farmers Insurance. It just says Farmers Insurance, not open, but it is the Farmers Insurance Open. And it'll bring you to this page. Now, like I said in the intro, it is a 2-course rotation. I know you've heard this from everyone that does any kind of PGA DFS content or just golf content in general. You have 2 courses. You got the South Course and you also have the North Course, both at Torrey Pines, both in the same location, obviously, La Jolla, California. What I like to do with these tournament fact sheets is really just look at turfgrass. Turfgrass, I think, is the most important thing to look at. And if you're going to be researching any data points, take a look at your turfgrass. You got Poa annua greens. We got bentgrass Poa annua. I mean, anytime you see Poa annua, just know that that is an invasive grass that bullies out the other grasses. So if you've got Poa annua on anything, and I mean anything, it will bully out the other grass and be the most prominent of the grasses. So you'll have Poa annua, of course, bentgrass, whatever. But mostly what I'm looking is Poana, because the greens, your golfers are going to have 50% of their shots on the greens, most likely. And you could also look at ryegrass if you wanted to. Ryegrass is a good one to look at. A substitute for ryegrass, though, if you don't have ryegrass data, look at bent grass. Bent grass and ryegrass are very close, not exactly the same. They do have different characteristics, but of any of the grass combinations, like ryegrass and bent grass are very, like, their relationship is very close. Kikuyu and I'd say like Kikuyu and Bermuda is pretty close to each other too. But I just keep it. Anyways, I don't need to get into the weeds about that, literally, because Poana is a weed. Moving on. The North Course, however, has bent grass greens. I was listening to Rick Gaiman talk about how he has a buddy that was telling him, like, oh man, look at the Poana coming through on these greens. I mean, they were resodded like 2 years ago or something like that. Like I said, Poana is an invasive grass. So if you think about this, walking on a golf course, if you walk from the fairway to the rough, back to the fairway, and then onto the greens, chances are you're picking up seeds from Poana that are getting planted on the green. And although, you know, the superintendents do their best to, you know, like if you've ever been on a golf course and they aerate the greens, it is to, in a part of that, doing that, not only is it to soften up the ground underneath, break up the thatch that's there, it is also to, never mind. I was gonna say it's to extract some of the Poana, but there's no way you'd be, you wouldn't be able to do that. It doesn't pinpoint, you know, the wrong grass that's on the green whatsoever. It does its best to try to pull that stuff out. But yeah, Poana is definitely invasive. So what I have on the cheat sheet that if you guys want to use, again, go to the dream sheet. I didn't actually update it, but I will now. I always forget to do this. Like, it's the last thing that I think about. You have POA as your number one grass. I shouldn't say like number one grass as in, I mean, it's the first grass you're going to see on the course fit portion of it. The second grass is actually bent grass. So I will keep that as is. So bent grass is number two. That's because, again, at the North Course, we have bent grass greens. But also you're going to see on the South Course, the collars are quote unquote bent / POA. So why not use both? And all this ryegrass, like I said, as a data point for me, I use bent grass. The relationship between those two grasses are pretty darn close. Or I should say the genetic makeup is pretty darn close. So that's why I like to use bent grass when it comes to rye. I just haven't kept track of ryegrass. And that's why I use bent. So you have this on the cheat sheet. Under the course fit portion, columns Y through AH, you get your grass stats here. Like I said, they're data points that I like to use in researching, looking at turf grass. You can look at, this is cool. I never noticed that they included fairway widths. Do they have it for both courses? They do. That's cool. Never really paid attention to that. Rough, by the way, 4 inches thick. That's cabbage. That's some thick grass. So, hey, everyone has said this throughout the industry. This is a bomb and gouge type of golf course. The further you hit it, the easier it's going to, well, the further you hit it, the, trying to think, I always mix up my golf terminology. For whatever reason, like when it comes to like on the grind, you're going to have wedges into the green. And hitting a wedge or a low iron, that's going to help you elevate the ball up into the air and extract it from the grass. Whereas if you were hitting a 3, 4, or 5 iron, so if you're a short ball hitter and you got a longer club in, shorter, longer, there we go, longer club in, it's going to be harder for you to hit it over the grass. Loft helps elevate the ball up. It also provides, the shorter the club, you also kind of have more of like a spade that you get to hit through the grass, so you can chop it out just a little bit easier. So what I'm trying to get at is bomb and gouge is going to be really the best way to look at this. Your elite golfers are kind of those types of golfers already. That's kind of who I would target, you know, as your first and second choice when it comes to DFS lineups. Just pick high quality golfers, you know, what's the word I'm looking at? Elite golfers. So Collin Morikawa, like major championship winners. Collin Morikawa. I wouldn't so much say, I mean, Xander's not a major winner, but I would play Xander. Any of those guys. And Max Homa has won here before too. So big boy golf courses, I would definitely target golfers who are good at those types of courses. Moving on. You can use Course Architect for data research if you want to. Architects usually build courses very similar, and they all have the same kind of flavor most of the time. If golfers are good at those types of golf courses, they're going to most likely be good at most of the courses that the architect builds. Outside of that, I don't really care for the rest of the course statistics, if I'm being honest. We're nearly $7,800 yards on the setup, like max setup. That's a very long golf course. That's a data point for you to use in your research. We have 7,200 yards when it comes to the North course. So keep that in mind as well. Okay. I'm done talking about the golf course. You guys probably already know a lot of this information already. I just like to always point out, come to the GCSAA tournament fact sheets to get your data points for whatever website that you use. And again, I include this in the grass stats that I talk about, or the grass stats are in the cheat sheet. Once again, link in the description below. Okay. That covers the golf course agronomy. I also like to keep track of shot shapes that matter into the golf course. I keep forgetting to show this every single week, because a lot of times when I go over it, it's like, man, there's not a shot shape that really matters. Like if we look at the Torrey Pines North course, any shot shape works there. So that's like, okay, what's the point of showing you this if only one shot is really dictated, or one hole has a shot shape that's recommended? When it comes to the Torrey Pines South course, it's pretty even. It's a good mix. It looks like, you know, faders of the golf ball do well here. That's pretty evident with a lot of the winners that have, or all the golfers that have done well at this tournament. I mean, Tiger used to own this golf course, and he predominantly hit a fade. Normally, I mean, he's a shot shaper, so he can hit any type of shot that he wants, but hitting a fade is probably a little bit more advantageous. Not by much, though. Not by much. So if you wanted to ignore that piece of it, by all means do so. Wouldn't hurt my feelings. But if you wanted to try to get an edge somewhere, somehow, this could be it. And again, this is also included in the cheat sheet. I don't have all golfers and their shot shapes, so keep that in mind. I've kind of slacked behind doing all of that, primarily because I'm hyper focused in just getting the SweetSpot process into a database, and then eventually getting back to looking at golfer shot shapes. A lot of these I can just tell you what shot they hit. Like Minwoo can shape it both directions, but I saw him hitting draws primarily at the American Express. Same too kind of went with Eric Cole. He liked to shape it both ways. I think Moronk fades the golf ball, if I remember correctly. Mitchell, yeah, fades it. Luke List used to draw the ball a lot in his younger years. I think he fades it more so now. And then, yeah, I'd have to research some of these other guys, but for the most part, I know their shot shapes. And again, this can be a tiebreaker. You don't even have to use this when it comes to picking your golfers. It's just something there for you guys to look at. All right, moving on. Let's talk about the tournament. There are 156 golfers in the field. I only have 152 golfers loaded into the cheat sheet, primarily because DraftKings didn't give us the last 4 golfers. And quite frankly, if you go to the PGA Tour website and you look at tee times, you're going to see open qualifier number 1, open qualifier number 2. I really don't know who got added to the tournament. It wasn't showing that like 2 hours ago before coming on and doing this live. So I have no idea who those 4 golfers are. You're not going to have them in DraftKings, so there's no point in talking about them, if I'm being quite honest. But yeah, you're going to have 156 golfers, I think. Pretty sure. You're going to have a normal cut after 36 holes. So last week, there was a 54-hole cut, I believe, during the Pebble Beach. I don't even know what they're going to call it. I didn't look at the schedule. It used to be a Pro-Am. I don't know if they're doing the Pro-Am thing again, but that'll be another 54-hole cut. I'm pretty sure. It always has been. But this one is just a 36-hole cut, just like every other tournament. But the one caveat here is they'll both play the Torrey Pines North course and the Torrey Pines South course before the cut is made. Common knowledge. I'm sure you've heard it all over the industry, but keep that in mind. Looks like we have a strength of field around 422. Just to show you what that looks like in past years, like compare it. It was 318 in 2023, 463 in 2022, and 2021. Do I not have it? I don't have it calculated. So it fluctuates, I guess, between that 300 and 400 strength of field. Can't remember. I think, yeah, next week is a signature event. I was gonna say, is this a signature? But I mean, this is like a marquee event. It's a staple in the PGA Tour schedule. You know, you've got people like Tiger Woods that win this tournament a lot. You had Justin Rose win it, Jason Day win it. Perennial golfers win this tournament, so it matters to them. But yeah, strength of field looks pretty good. Everything's about the same when it comes to the tournament. So let's go ahead, let's move on and get into the next segment, which is pass optimal and GPP winning lineups. And this is sponsored by Fantasy Golf Pod, looking at the pass optimal and GPP winning lineups. Basically the purpose of doing this is just to see, one, what price tags show up inside the top 10 more often than not. How many of those are part of the optimal lineup? How many of those are part of the GPP winning lineup? And if there's a more realistic lineup, what type of price tags go in those? And it's to help shape you, or shape the way you build lineups. It isn't to tell you you need to have X amount of these golfers. I was listening to that in a podcast earlier today. It's like, come on, dude. The only reason to go over it is to see if it changes from week to week, tournament to tournament, stuff like that. It's just to give you guys an idea where you should start building lineups. Because if you get like 5 years in a row where your optimal lineup used up all $50,000 of the salary and started, and every single lineup was a 10K golfer, 9K golfer, 8K, 2 7Ks, and a 6K, yeah, chances are that might not happen this next year, but why wouldn't you start there? And it would be really foolish to go, you know what, I'm going to do 5 8K golfers. Yeah, no GPP winners ever had 5 8K golfers. Why would you do that? Of course, it's all about contest selection. Like if you're in just a small 10-man contest, whatever, having 5 8Ks might not hurt you, but it could. I don't know. Anyways, this is all about winning GPPs. It's all about targeting optimal lineups. That's what we're trying to do, and that's what the segment is helping us kind of figure out. So in 2018, the optimal lineup left a lot of money on the table, left $2,200 on the table. You had one 10K golfer, one 9K golfer, and 4 7K golfers. I am so sorry. That is the realistic optimal. Scratch the 10K, it went 8K, 9K, and 4 7s. But you scrap the 8, you put in a 10K, and you get a more realistic optimal. That uses up $49,700 of the salary. This, by the way, is the only year besides 2022 that you have this many 7 and 6K golfers inside the top 10. You will find out we're not going to see a lot of those in the next following years. 2019, your optimal lineup left $200 on the table. Started with Justin Rose at 10.8, Gary Woodland at 9K flat, $8,000 Hideki Matsuyama, $7,500 Adam Scott, $7,700 Billy Horschel, and $6,800 Taylor Gooch. If you've been to this channel before, you all know the little jingle that I like to say. Start your lineups with a 10-9-8-7-7-6 approach, and there you go. There you have it. That's your optimal lineup. 10-9-8-7-7-6. The GPP winning lineup for that week, you just take out two of these golfers, Woodland at 9 and Gooch at 68, and instead you insert Ryan Palmer at 7,600 and Brandt Snedeker at 84. So really, what we go 10, we skip the 9K, we go 10-8-8, and then 3 7s. And that's how you get the GPP winner, who had a guy in 62nd place. If that's any indication, I think we have, there's a pretty huge gap between the optimal and the GPP winning lineup. In 2020, our optimal lineup left $100 on the table, and that started with an $11,300 John Rahm, $8,400 Brandt Snedeker, $8,300 Mark Leishman, $7,500 Bubba Watson, $6,600 Charlie Hoffman, and $7,800 Cameron Champ. So that's a 11-8-8-7-7-6. Kind of, it's instead of going 10-9-8-7-7-6, we kind of go 10-11. I still count that as just the 10K range. And then everything else is the same. We just drop the 9, or we drop the 9 down to an 8. Your GPP winning lineup had the two guys at the top, Leishman at 83 and John Rahm at 11.3. Then $9,200 Patrick Reed, $7,500 Bubba Watson, $6,400 Patrick Rogers, and $7,300 Keegan Bradley, or a different way to say it, 10-9-8-7-7-6. So your GPP winning lineup in 2020 followed that 10-9-8-7-7-6. Your optimal in 2019 also did the same thing. So we go over it a lot because you just see it a lot. Going to 2021, your optimal lineup left $500 on the table. Started with $10,100 Patrick Reed, $9,300 Victor Hovland. We got a $6,900 Henrik Norlander, $8,100 Will Zalatoris, $8,300 Adam Scott, and $6,800 Peter Malnati. Now, that's not the 10-9-8-7-7-6 approach, but that is a 10-9-8-8-6-6. So you sub out a 7, bring it up to an 8. Sub out a 7, bring it down to another 6. 2 6s, 2 8s, a 10, and a 9. Your GPP winning lineup started $10,100 Patrick Reed, $9,300 Victor Hovland, $8,400 Ryan Palmer, $8,100 Will Zalatoris, $6,800 Luke List, and $7,200 Doug Yim. Now, can we build a 10-9-8-7-7-6? That's up here in the top of the leaderboard. Let's take a look. So we go here. Let's do 10, 9, 8. Let's do Henrik Norlander at 6, Griffin at 7, and Sabatini at 7. How about, there you go, Francesco. So you get 10, 9, 8, 7, 7, 6 right there. You leave $100 on the table. What does this score? I just want to show, this probably beats the GPP winning lineup, most likely. Score 570.5 points. Your GPP winning lineup scored 562.5 points. So yeah, it beats it by 8 points. Your optimal scored 591. So it's a few points underneath the optimal, but, or 21 points underneath the optimal, but it still beats the GPP. 10-9-8-7-7-6. In 2022, like I said, when we were looking at 2018, this was the only other year you see so many 7K golfers inside the top 10. This is going to be the last, like we go to 2023, you're not going to see that many 7K golfers inside the top 10. So your optimal left $1,000 on the table, and it's a 11, 9, 7, 7, 7, 6. Pretty difficult to get to. Your GPP winning lineup went 10, 9, 7, 7, 7, 6. So because John Rahm was 11,200, didn't leave a lot of money on the table, or a lot of money to build a 10-9-8-7-7-6, but you also don't see any 8K golfers inside the top 10. And you don't see any, oh, you do. Ryan Palmer, $8,100. Let's say you don't see anyone inside the top 20. You got one 8K, two 8Ks, otherwise no other 8Ks inside the top 20. It's pretty interesting. Moving on to 2023, our optimal used up all $50,000 of the salary. And it starts with the low 10K in Colin Morikawa, $9,100 Max Homa, $9,300 Sung JM, $8,300 Keegan Bradley. It's very stars and scrubs. And then Ryder at 7, $6,300 Eric Barnes. That scored 583, use up all the salary. Your GPP winning lineup, however, looked pretty balanced. $9,100 Max Homa, $8,700 Thigala, $8,800 Day, $9,000 Hideki. Did have Eric Barnes at 63 and had another 8K golfer in Justin Rose. So let's count that. That's 1 9K, 2 9Ks, 1 8K, 2 8K, 3 8K. So 2 9s, 3 8s, and 1 6. And that's what got you your GPP winning lineup. So the optimal scored 583, your GPP scored 541, so there's 40 points between the two. And I think I have a Sweet Spot optimal here that scored 554. So yeah, that takes care of the GPP winning lineup, and that starts 11-6 Rom, $9,100 Homa, $8,300 Keegan Bradley, $7,300 Brendan Steele, $7,000 Sam Ryder, and then $6,300 in Eric Barnes. So more of the story, you can do the 10-9-8-7-7-6 approach. It looks like it's going to get you a GPP winning lineup 4 out of the 5 years that we just went over. Sorry, 5 out of the 6 years that we just went over. So I would highly encourage you to start that way. You don't have to do that for all contests, but if you're looking for the optimal lineup, that's probably the best way to do it. And obviously optimal lineups will take down GPPs. If that's what your goal is, do that. If not, if you're more of a cash game player or someone who's playing like a 10-man or a 100-man contest, be balanced. Go balanced. Be safe. You do you. You're still going to need the winner. You're still going to need second. You're going to need 3 guys inside the top 10 to take down any of those contests as well, because everyone is getting good. Everyone is pretty darn good when it comes to this DFS game. So if you're not aiming for perfection, be prepared to lose a lot of money. Okay, that was your pass optimal in GPP winning lineups. Let's review. I don't even have it up, but let's go ahead and review the American Express. And I'm gonna switch. Let's just do. Yeah, never mind. Can't do that. Gotta remember, I can't. Okay, let's do this. When it comes to reviewing the previous tournament, I only do this to show you guys how well the Sweet Spot process did. And I want to be completely transparent with you. Everything that I went over the previous week, I want to cover in my review. What I think is important, so you guys will watch this video and be like, okay, it worked last week. It worked the week prior to that. It worked the last 52 weeks of the year. I mean, like, seriously, the Sweet Spot process, I think, failed maybe 5 times last year, but every other time was successful. So, basically what I like to do is start with the buckets. So I will go ahead and put a filter on this and open it up to everything. And what I want to cover, let's see, what are we missing? Recent form. Okay, I think I have it hidden, and I have it hidden for a reason. Yeah. Okay. There's no recent form buckets to look at. So if you're unfamiliar with the Sweet Spot process, I go over the bucket system, which is performance trends that I track dating back to 2013. I like to see how well golfers did the year prior to the tournament that they finished top 10 in. I also want to look at their course history at that time, their recent form heading into the tournament, which I deem going back the last 8 weeks, or in a different way to put it, 2 months. So whatever their results were in the last 2 months, that's what I call recent form. And I also like to see what they did the week prior to the tournament, the week before the tournament. So obviously the American Express that was played last week. The tournament prior to that was the Sony Open. And we're talking about the Farmers Insurance Open, or we will be pretty soon, this is the tournament that happened prior to that. So I'll be looking at results from this tournament, doing my trends analysis, my performance analysis, I should say, and trying to come up with how many golfers at what result do I want. And I'll explain more of that when we get into the bucket system. But when it comes to analyzing how well the buckets did last week, here's the thing you got to remember. I'm giving you a projection of how many golfers from each bucket I think are going to be inside the top 10. It's just a projection of how many golfers I think are going to be inside the top 10. I track that over here by this year's totals. So basically, whatever this projection is, you know, this very first one is 1 to 4. We round down with the minimums, we round up with the maximums. That's 1 to 4. Guess what? There are 4 golfers inside the top 10. We had 18 in that bucket total. There were 3 in the optimal lineup and there were 2 in the sweet spot optimal. So this bucket is a success. And I do that for every single bucket. Again, I talk about this every single week. I review it every single week. I'm pretty confident in the process. That's why I continue to do it. That's why I won $700 last week. That's why Ryan Henson won $1,500 3 weeks ago. Following the sweet spot process, if we follow it to the T and we're very strict, very disciplined, we're going to do well. There was one bucket that failed. Just one. So there are 6 buckets in each of these stat categories. I have 5 stat categories from the American Express. I should say, yeah. So 5 stat categories times 6, that's 30 buckets. Out of the 30 buckets, only 1 failed. And that was the strokes gained 4 bucket. It had 5 golfers inside the top 10. My projection was 0 to 20. We had 3 in the optimal lineup, and you can see the sweet spot optimal follows the sweet spot rules all the way through. We had 2 golfers there. So why don't we just go and check to see how well the sweet spot optimal did against the GPP winning lineup, and also we can just take a look at the optimal lineup too. Your optimal scored used up $49,100. It scored 886 points. That was Nick Dunlap, the amazing amateur that won, the first amateur since 1991 to win on the PGA Tour. Phil Mickelson was your other guy. Seabez, 73, 10-9. Xander Schauffele, $6,300. Kevin Yu, $9,800. Justin Thomas, and $8,300 Adam Hadwin. Your GPP winning lineup for the $5 drive the green scored 786.5. So that's nearly 100 points below the optimal. And it used up 49,900, leaving 100 on the table. We got a 10K golfer, a 9K golfer, 7, 7, 7, 7. 4 7Ks, a 10 and a 9. That was your GPP winner. Again, 100 points behind the optimal. That was a very high scoring affair, or a high scoring event. So that's just going to be what it is. Your sweet spot optimal used up $50,000 of the salary. We got our 10K golfer. We actually have 2 9Ks because it allows for that. A 7K and 2 6K golfers. That used up $50,000 of the salary. Again, it follows the sweet spot process all the way through. Scored 868 points. 868. The optimal scored 886. So we were what? 18 points behind the optimal and nearly 90 points ahead of the GPP winning lineup. So the sweet spot process, when it comes, okay, so I didn't go over the marquee tee times, but when it comes to the buckets, it follows that to the T in bucket. But just to show you what the marquee tee times look like, here's the rules when it comes to the marquee tee times. I'll be going over that in this video as well. You want to select 1 to 3 golfers. Oh, I have a filter on here. You want to select 1 to 3 golfers from the marquee tee times. I'm sorry, Jesus. You want to select 2 to 4 golfers from the marquee tee times, and you do not want to pair up golfers together. That's usually the general rule. So when I highlight each of these groups, they went on in groups of 2. These were the marquee tee times from last week. We had 2 golfers, Justin Thomas, Xander Schauffele. They were both in the marquee tee times. They did not play together. They were in different tee times. There's your 2 to 4. Therefore, the sweet spot process was 100% correct. because we follow it all the way to the tee. Everything lined up perfectly. We had the buckets nearly 100%, 29 out of 30 buckets, and then 2 golfers from the marquee tee times. They were in the optimal lineup. They were also in the SweetSpot optimal. So it all worked out. And those same 2 guys were in the GPP winning lineup as well. So yeah, the review for the American Express, pretty spot on. Pretty spot on. I did see some chats roll in. I am so sorry, Daryl, Gabe. I did not look at your chats. I see you, Byron. Daryl, good evening. Check out Underdogs. It's legal in most. Yeah, so Underdog is another place that I'd like to get to. I'd like to try my luck at partnering with Underdog. I just haven't had time to reach. I really haven't thought about reaching out to them, but yeah, I'd love to do that as well. And I would love to do the best ball portion of it. I don't know if they'll be running them all the the entire year through, but it looks really, really cool. Byron, back 9 bets. Good evening. How many golfers from the marquee tee times? So there were 2 from the marquee tee times, but the marquee tee times, I look at the top 9 groups in every tournament. Top 9. And the reason why it's 9, Byron, is Excel has limitations. So if I show you, I know you know there's limitations with Excel. If I scroll down here, here are all my conditionals right here. Obviously, the solver that is behind Excel, it gives you 200 conditions that you can build with. So, I mean, these are all conditions. And technically, they count as they're double conditions, because there's a minimum that I want it to be. I want it to be over the minimum. I want it to be under the maximum. So there's 2 conditions per conditional here. If you think of it that way. I know you probably know that. And then I also have my salaries that are minimums. So I can't build more than 9 groups. And I did have 10 at one point in time, but then one of the big rules that I want is I want it to select at least 2, no more than 4. So I actually build this into the optimizer. So when we build lineups, I usually tell you guys, give me 2 to 4 golfers to build lineups around. It's already built in here. So if you don't give me 2 golfers out of the marquee tee times, the optimizer will find 2 golfers from the marquee tee times. And then this week, by the way, I have AM as the north course and I have PM as the south course, because there is no AM PM wave. There's just 2 golf courses. So that's what I'm doing. And oh, by the way, I did that last week, and I sent out the optimizer to a few people, I think. And I believe I sent the updated one where I'm like, hey, I changed this to be different golf courses, because I know Daryl was one of them that was like, hey, can we, change it to be golf courses? And instead of changing the name from, AM to north course or PM to south course, this is just how I have it. So AM is signifying the north course, starting course, I should say, and then PM will be the starting course for the south course. So that's all built in there. I did that during the American Express. I had a rule set up where I wanted it to select at least 4 golfers from La Quinta, the starting course of La Quinta, because of the little stat nugget that I shared last week when it came to how many golfers that finished inside the top 10 for the last 5 years. How many started at La Quinta? And it was like the majority. Of course, they're your best golfers in the field, but not every golfer from La Quinta that was inside the top 10 was a good golfer. So either way, I wanted to select at least 4 from La Quinta. So if you want the optimizer, I can send it to you, and you can change the conditionals however you'd like them. It's all available to you. But again, I'm going to be building lineups later on in this video. We're getting close. We're going to talk about the bucket system and the marquee tee times, and then we're going to get into building lineups. So leave 2 to 4 golfers in the chat to build lineups around. I do have emails from people that want me to build lineups as well. Daryl, you are one of them. And I believe AJ Love left me some golfers. If you guys are still in the chat, Daryl, AJ, will you post them in the chat, like the lineups you want me to build around? So I'm just not going between screen to screen trying to figure it out. Anyways, moving on. We want to talk about the buckets. We were just talking about the American Express. We need to get into the Farmers Insurance Open and talk about the buckets, where I am going to tell you these are golfers, or not golfers. These are buckets you want to select X amount of, primarily because I am projecting them to be inside, or this many to be inside the top 10. So let me explain that differently. I'm looking at this very first bucket. I have 6 stat categories: last year, last week, course history, recent form. I have salary buckets, believe it or not. Salaries are power rankings, if you didn't already know that, on DraftKings. And then I've got strokes gain buckets. And if you have no idea how I do strokes gain buckets, watch the bucket system video there's a link in the description for that video. Go check it out. I think it's like within 5 minutes I talk about the strokes gain buckets and what it entails. If not, it won't take you that long. But anyways, how I read this is I look at my projections here. The projections, by the way, take into account a few stats. Let me grab this one, maybe this one will be easier to look at. Yeah, so oh wait, I'll grab this one. So I'll look down, or we'll scroll down. You can see all of the columns that I'm looking at. We're looking at their success rate. We are looking at their bucket totals for this year, and we're looking at the strength of field points that go towards those buckets. So basically, I'm looking to see how successful this bucket is, how many golfers are in the bucket, and how many quality golfers are in the bucket. And that's how I figure out the projections every single week of how many golfers from these buckets will finish inside the top 10. And again, last week we were 29 out of 30 buckets correct. The week before at the Sony, despite not having a good week, we were 36 out of 36 buckets. And the week prior to that, we were 30 out of 30 again. So actually last week we wouldn't have had 36. So it would have been 30 out of 30 as well. Or 2 weeks ago. Anyways. The first bucket I'm looking at last year. This is looking at what was their finishing position last year. And just to show you it a different way, I keep it all right here. This is the engine behind the buckets. I'm looking at all last year finishes. And again, what that means is we're currently in 2024 Farmers. I want to look at all finishes from 2023 once this tournament ends, and I want to see how many finish inside the top 10 of this tournament and whatever their finishing position was the year before. I did this all the way dating back to 2014. 2014. So this one bucket I'm talking about, last year ones, this is your 1st to 20th, top 20 finishes. How many top 20 finishes from the year before finished inside the top 10 of that current year? So when we look at 2014, we had 4. So if I go to my 2014 spreadsheet and I'm looking at all the golfers that were inside the top 10 that had a top 20 finish the year before, there you go. KJ Choi, Jason Day, Graham Dillette, Brad Fritsch. So if I were to go to 2013, we should see those guys all in 9th place. Choi, Day, Fritsch, and was it Graham Dillette? I don't remember off the top of my head. There you go. Not Graham Dillette, Jason Day. Yeah, Graham Dillette. So there you go. Those are your 4 golfers that were inside the top 10 for 2014 that had a top 20 finish from 2013. And 2013, there's my validation. There you go. That's what I do. I look at this stuff, all these different stat categories, to figure out what stats matter coming into this tournament with. So having a top 20 finish the year before seems pretty good. As you can see, the minimum is 2, the max is 6. For all top 10 finishers from this event dating back to 2014, having a top 20 the year before matters. By the way, every single year, the lowest we've seen is 2, and we only saw that one time. So we've seen 3 or more every single year. Every single year, 3 or more top 20s. So when we look at this year's tournament, again, you can find this on the cheat sheet. I'll go to the cheat sheet right now. If you scroll over, and if you want the cheat sheet, link is in the description below. Put a filter on DraftKings. And the easiest way to do this, go to last year, clear everything out, put last year 1. And you can see in this column, here's all their finishes. Here's every golfer that finished inside the top 20. You can see them all right there. Now, here's the beautiful part that I absolutely love about the bucket system. You see, there's a lot of good golfers like Byron. I know you've been talking a lot about, you know, a lot of these golfers. I know you liked Bradley. I know you like Thigala. I know you like both of those guys. But The bucket system tells us play somewhere between 2 to 4 because we're not expecting more than 4 golfers from this bucket to be inside the top 10. And if you want to win a GPP, again, GPP or optimal lineup, we're always targeting the optimal lineup. If you want to do that, you should follow the buckets, like the rules of the buckets. So 2 to 4. Looking at 2024, let's see, wait. Go back to the cheat sheet. Going back to going back to the cheat sheet, looking at last year ones, lots of good golfers are here. Lots of them. Like you want Bradley, you want Thigala. I understand that. You want to pair them up with a 10K golfer. Now we're venturing on 3 golfers that you're building your lineups around. Oh, you really like Joseph Bramlett too, hey? Joseph Broseph? Well, there's your 4 guys. Don't play a 5th one. Just don't do it. You want to ride it, or you want to even it out with Sam Ryder and maybe add Taylor Moore? Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't play those 6 guys together. I don't even know what the price tags. Can we even fit these guys together? I think we can, right? 49,100. You're probably not going to do that. I'd imagine. Well, let's put it this way. We can probably do something like this. Yeah, J-Day. So if you did those 6 golfers together, you're not going to win a GPP. I put money on it. I'll give you $100 if you put that lineup in, win a GPP. I'll give you $100 extra. It's not going to happen because the buckets aren't going to let you. And I know that's like a trivial thing. I know it's a trivial thing. I've heard it across the industry. People talk about, oh, that's just a stupid trend. It's a dumb trend. Guys, I've been looking at this stuff for so many years. Nothing changes. Nothing. Like if we go back to if I go back to the bucket system, or like the buckets, the engine. Look at this. 6 is the most we've ever seen inside the top 10 at any given year. 2018. Let me go see what 2018 was all about. If I go to 2018 and I look at everybody that had a top 20 finish from the year before. So let's go less than or equal to 20. Here are all your guys. Most of them, the 3 of them finished in 8th place, 2 got 6s, and then you got a 5th. That alone isn't going to win you a GPP because you don't have the winner. You don't get the 30 points from DraftKings for the winner. Gosh, yeah, like 2 people. I mean, 2 of them were in the optimal lineup, so that's helpful. But who was our winner that week? Probably someone that was like, oh, J-Day, who missed the cut. Then you had 2 people who didn't even play. Yeah, I mean, I don't have the GPP winner for that, but you're not going to get these 6 guys that finish top 20 and win a GPP that way. You'll be close. You'll win good money, most likely, but you're not going to win GPP, and you're not going to take down an optimal lineup. Just not going to happen. That's why I go over the buckets. That's why I find them so important. I know a lot of people, when they hear the bucket system, they're just like, what the hell is this guy talking about? This is gibberish, whatever. It's just limiting you on making the mistakes that you probably would if you didn't think it through. That's the best way that I can put it, which seems pretty full of myself or full of the bucket system, but I have complete faith in it. I review it every single week. I see it works. So yeah, 2 to 4. Last year ones. And by the way, you guys can read this. Go to the cheat sheet. Again, link in the description below. I have everything here in the bucket system for you. Go ahead and put a filter on that. You can look at all the stats if you want. Yeah, we have recent form buckets now. And just look at everything. If you want a quick way to find what I call anchor buckets, go into this filter by condition and just go greater than or equal to 2. I think that's probably the best way to do it. And you're going to find, well, there's 2 buckets. Maybe we do greater than or equal to 1. There you go. This is telling you want at least 1 from each of these buckets. And I shouldn't say you want at least 1. It's predicting there's going to be at least 1 in the top 10. Some of these aren't really, though. Some of those, if I'm being honest, anything that's less than 2, that is automatically 0 to 2. So these ones right here, I wouldn't say you're gonna automatically have a top 10 in that bucket, but could be close. Okay, so here's what I like to do. Like I do this every single week. I will go into the max the max projections. I'll go greater than or equal to 2. This usually brings up, you want at least 1 in this bucket over here, and that's why I should have showed you with the cheat sheet. And then I like to go into the bucket total portion of this just to narrow it down even more. I want less than or equal to, let's just make it 30 this week. And really, these are going to be our anchor buckets. So we got a few. We actually have a few. Let's do, since there's one bucket that's in the 30, let's just do 25. Less than or equal to 25. So we get rid of that one. Most of these are green. Usually they're your best performances. You see that? Last year having a top 20. Course history having 20 to 40th as your average finishing position at this event. Recent form having a top 20 average finishing position over the last 7 weeks, last 8 weeks, I should say. Same with the recent form too. So it's like coming in with really good recent form, that's an anchor, as well as having good course history and a good finish from last year. Those are all anchors. I don't really count salary buckets as anchor buckets. And then strokes gained 1. That's just all your strokes gained stats are positive over the last year. So we go into 2024, and we'll look at our first anchor bucket, which is last year ones. And we actually were just talking about that on the cheat sheet, but I will talk about it here as well. And I'm actually going to remove the filters in case it messes with any of you guys. I don't think it will. But yeah, I will remove those from the cheat sheet. Again, cheat sheet, the link for that is in the description below. So like I said, we already talked about top 20 finishes from the year before, the golfers that are in this bucket. We want to select somewhere between 2 to 4. At least that's what we're projecting to be inside the top 10. And again, we are targeting the optimal lineup, meaning we got to be pretty damn close to perfect when it comes to building our lineups, which means getting 6 golfers inside the top 10. And since the prediction for the top 10 of this bucket is 2 to 4, we don't want to play more than 4. We probably want to play somewhere around 2. But one thing I've learned going throughout all of this every single week is when you have most of your high-priced golfers in a bucket, what happens when 2 of those guys finish inside the top 10? What happens if Xander and Colin Morikawa are the 2 golfers that do finish inside the top 10? They satisfy those projections that I have for that bucket, meaning it's a successful bucket. You probably can't play these guys together. Because if one of them finishes 9th place and the other guy finishes 3rd, you're not leaving yourself a lot of salary relief in building the rest of your lineup, and you're not going to hit the optimal lineup that way. So you got to be cognizant of that. I would say there are enough 8K and 7K golfers to round out your lineups that I think you're fine. I think it's going to be fine. This bucket's fine. But I just want to point that out because that is a risk that you're looking to take, because those 3 golfers at the top, Schauffele, Morikawa, and Homa, they could finish for 2nd, 3rd. You can't play all 3 of them together. You'll have to make a decision. And you probably can't even play 2 of them together. It really depends on how the rest of the top 10 shakes out. But personally, I mean, if I follow the 10-9-8, 7-7-6 approach, I'm probably like, I do like the 9K range here. I like the 10K range. 8K range, actually I like a lot too. But the 7K range is like, most of the 7K golfers I really like. Taylor Moore. I kind of starting to like Justin Suh a little bit. I'm not going to sleep on Sam Ryder, but Sam Stevens, pretty decent. And oh, by the way, SH Kim, top 20 finish here last year, and he does pretty well on POA. So I kind of like him as well. So picking 4 golfers from here might be easy. I don't know exactly what I plan to do. I will let the optimizer kind of decide my fate, because yeah, Taylor Moore, I really like Taylor Moore. I really like Justin Rose. I really like Hideki Matsuyama in this range. I mean, I guess Taylor Moore's not in a range, but yeah, it's difficult, man. Difficult. So that's bucket 1. That's the first anchor bucket. Going to the second one, course history 2. So if you're following along, clear out all the filters, go to your course history bucket, clear all of those also as well, I should say, and then select 2. That's your course history 2 bucket. a little bit easier. And let's see, what was our projection? 1 to 3. I wouldn't say it really drops off. There's a really good collection of golfers to select from. You got some good 6K golfers down here. We also have some really good 7K golfers to select from. Woodland, I don't mind going back to. There was some good, well, I don't know. Maybe I would kind of pause on that. We all know Woodland's story, and if you don't, it's pretty cool. Had a brain lesion that he had to get removed, and it was causing him anxiety, all that good, well, I should say all that good stuff, all that bad stuff. But the feel-good story was he got it removed, and now he doesn't have that anxiety, that fear. So I guess it's a pretty well-known story if you've been paying attention to golf the last 2 weeks. But that's not enough for me to want to play him, but he ranks out really well in the model. He's flat 7, and he's in a bucket that I want to select golfers from. J-Day, by the way. We just talked about him in the last year 1 bucket. You can see that right there. So too is Keegan Bradley, Hideki Matsuyama, and Joseph Bramlett down here, by the way. So those 4 golfers were in the last year 1 bucket. Sung Jae Im also is up there, but I'm kind of purposely leaving him out because I can't get to Sung Jae this week. I will play him in some lineups, but he's not going to be an anchor play for me. 1 to 3. You want to select 1 to 3 golfers, and currently, like Justin. Oh, we talked about Justin Rose. I missed that one. Yeah, Justin, dude. So very, very tricky. I don't know what to do. Again, I'll probably let the optimizer do its work. Help me out that way. I don't have any takes, to be honest with you. Recent form 1. Golfers coming in here with some really good recent form. Let's make sure we select all the buckets, and then recent form 1. Clear everything out, but select 1. We have a limited amount of golfers. We have 12. Does that come? Yeah, 12 golfers, and we want 1 to 3, or at least that's what we're predicting to be inside the top 10. Xander Morikawa, Homa. Those guys all right there once again. All in the same buckets. Did I miss that when it came to course history? No. We were looking at course history 2, not 3 or 1. Those 3 golfers are up there again. Sung Jae, by the way, in all 3 of the anchor buckets we've already talked about. Now, that doesn't ensure a top 10, but it only increases the chances. The Harry-ish is up here. Now the second time seeing Sepp Straka. And, I mean, the second time seeing Sepp Straka, second time seeing Patrick Rogers. Interesting. Does that just kind of... I mean, I'm already thinking about these 10K golfers to build lineups around. And if you're going to build around these 3 10K golfers, if you go back to the anchor buckets, 1 to 3 recent form 1s, 1 to 3 recent form 2s, 1 or 2 to 4 last year 1s. So if you were to start out with Schauffele or Morikawa or Homa, you already covered the recent form projection, and you're adding to the last year 1 projection. So you really only need to grab 1 more golfer. So really kind of starting with those golfers seems like the way to go, or even Sung Jae. I guess I got to include Sung Jae as well. Super interesting. I don't know what to do. Again, I'll let the optimizer kind of do its work. So next bucket to look at, recent form 2s. That's that 20 to 40 average finishing position over the last 8 weeks. And this one, now we have our other 10K golfer. First time seeing Patrick Cantlay, seeing Ludwig. Now we see J-Day. J-Day technically has been in all the anchor buckets as well, because if you can't be in the first recent form bucket, being in the second one, that makes you in all of the buckets we talked about so far. And the projection here is 1 to 3 as well. And I'm seeing a lot of golfers I'm considering playing. Like Ludwig, I don't mind playing. If you were on Cantlay, now it kind of makes like going with J-Day a little interesting, Keegan Bradley a little interesting. Pairing all 3 of those guys up is doable, but maybe not the best approach, especially if you're considering any of these 7K golfers to build in your lineups. I don't know. Hard for me to get there, but to win money, you don't necessarily have to have the perfect lineup, but I'm always chasing the perfect lineup. So I don't want to play more than 3 of these guys. And I'm kind of hating myself about it, but I might go all in on J-Day. J-Day, I really like him. I really like Minwoo Lee this week. And then adding in any of these 7K golfers. There's too many of them. I like Eckroat. I like Taylor Moore. I like Mackenzie Hughes. Hisasune is not terrible. Grillo's not terrible. I know lots of people like Adam Svensson. I'm just not there this week. I don't care for Adam Svensson this week. Lots of people talking about him. Yeah, all of his stats are good. He's a good all-around player. 78% cut made percentage over the last year. Recently, he's been pretty good as well. Yeah, he looks pretty good. I don't know why I don't know. I think it's just too big of a golf course for him. Just like I felt like with Michael Kim with Byron's podcast. If you guys watched that yesterday, or Sunday night, I kind of was on his case about Michael Kim. Just didn't care for him. Anyways, I think that's all that I really want to talk about with that bucket. And then strokes gain buckets, by the way, you could just sort this from top to bottom. It's all color coordinated by strokes gain. We have Xander, Cantlay, Homa all at the top. Same with Sungjae, Ludwig, Keegan Bradley. And the projection here is 1 to 3. So if you go with any of those 10K golfers that have just been in just about every other bucket that we've been talking about. Same with Sungjae. Let's just add Sungjae to the 10K mix. Any 4 of those golfers, if you start with one of them, you already satisfy this bucket. Ryan Fox is a really interesting name. I want to bring up the 7K thing that I did, but before we do that, let's get into the marquee tee times. So I'm going to sort this by salary top to bottom, and then we're going to go group ranks. So marquee tee times, the rule is select 2 to 4 golfers from the marquee tee times to build your lineups around, and don't pair them together. And what I mean by don't pair them together, don't pair 2 golfers from the same group or 3 golfers from the same group. It's not that it's impossible that you can't hit an optimal lineup that way. But it's highly unlikely. I think out of the 2 years I've done this, I have seen, out of 100 events, less than 10 having golfers paired up together. So I'm saying it's doable. It's definitely doable. If you want to, go for it. It's just the odds aren't in your favor. So selecting 2 to 4 golfers, our first group, the best group in the field. Xander Schauffele, Max Homa, Tony Finau. 10K, 10K, 9K. So yeah, starting there, just starting with the top group, probably a good way to start out. You also have 2 of the other 10K golfers down here. So all 4 of the 10K golfers are in the first 2 groups. But you've got Cantlay, Morikawa, and Theegala. So just to be quick about this, the rule here is don't pair 2 golfers up together in the same group. So you see how the first group is Xander, Max Homa, and Tony Finau. Well, Tony Finau is an affordable price at $9,300. That's affordable, especially if you want to pair him with Max Homa at 10-1. But the marquee tee time rules would tell you don't do that. Don't pair these guys up together. Unless you want to live in that 10% bubble, that less than 10% bubble. You certainly can. Same thing applies here. Cantlay, Morikawa, Theegala. 10-5, 10-2, 87. Again, affordable. So if you're going... This music's intense. Jeez. If you were to go Morikawa at 10-2, don't pair him up with Theegala at 87. And if you're going to do the 210K route, don't go... Well, you know what? I might even say this would be the best time to do it, is to put like a Cantlay and Morikawa together, or a Xander and a Homa together. Might be the best time to do it, but I highly suggest against it. Highly advise against it. The rest of the groups, super interesting. Here's a group that I like. Jason Day, Minwoo Lee, Keegan Bradley. Jason Day, Minwoo Lee. Minwoo's Australian, right? Or is he New Zealand? Is he a Kiwi? Checking it out. Minwoo Lee's from Australia. So him and J Day, They are country mates. That's probably a comfortable. I mean, the age difference is pretty large. Not super large. I think Minwoo's 25 and J-Day is 36. 36 for J-Day. The music was nuts. Yeah, I was like trying to talk over it, and I'm like, what the hell's going on behind my back? By the way, I can't remember who said this on whatever podcast it was, but they're like, yeah, for whatever reason, Australians just do well, like, at this event. You know what's funny? When Cam Smith won the Sony Open, there was a large conversation at that time about how it's Australia's summer. And quite frankly, if you golf anywhere in the world, the only time you really can golf and golf well, I guess not in the, yeah, you would in the southern states. I know all the southerners, they golf in the summertime. You golf in the summertime. All your good memories, feelings, stuff like that come from the summertime, especially if you're golfing in the summer. If it's Australia's summer, you have that residual memory of golfing in the summertime, or if you're going home to visit, you're golfing in the summertime. J-Day, Minwoo Lee. I honestly don't mind either one of them to play in my contests. And I might even, man, I really like Minwoo Lee this week. I also really like Jason Day. So if I am going to play them, I won't have them like, if I made 100 lineups, 50 of them might be Minwoo, 50 of them might be J-Day, or I might go 40-40 to be separate, and then maybe 10 of those lineups I pair together. I know I told you I don't like to do that, but I don't know. I just don't want to be late on either one of them. I like J-Day, I like Minwoo Lee. The next one, Aubert, Matsuyama, Rose, I like that. English, Straka, Lowry, I like English. Actually, I like that group too. Sungjae, List, and Batia. Bez, Griffin, Smalley. Rye, Montgomery, Coles. I'll probably leave that one alone. Don't care for any of those golfers. Eric Cole, Sam Stevens, Kevin Streelman. Do you like Sam Stevens? So yeah, from these marquee tee times, all these golfers here highlighted in green, dark or light. Select 2 to 4 golfers, because I'm going to ask you guys, give me 2 to 4 golfers to build lineups around. I want you to grab 2 to 4 golfers from here. Whatever your favorite ones are, leave them in the chat. I'll give you guys some time, look it over. Yeah, you can't really see it, but I tried to highlight per 3. Let me zoom in just maybe a little bit more. Just pick 2 to 4 golfers from here, put them in the chat. I will build lineups. Or a different way to do it is actually go to the cheat sheet. Again, link in the description for that. Put a filter on there. You can do the exact same thing. Clear out whatever filter might have been saved in there, either by you or someone else. I don't think you'll see other people's. But then sort by group rank right here. This is the marquee tee times. You're going to be validated by the color that you see in the SS rank over on the left side. So you can do it one of 2 ways. You can look at the screen now, or you can just go there and give me 2 to 4 golfers you want to build lineups around. So those are the marquee tee times. And if you need to, just pause the video right now. You can always skip to live and then put in your lineups, or the 2 to 4 golfers you want me to build lineups around. But the other thing I wanted to mention, really interesting thing that I did last week, that I want to share with you. This goes along with the bucket analysis that I just did. So here's the American Express, and I've got results down. I know it might be a bit of an eyesore. I kind of want to do like side by side. Yeah, that's ugly. That's really ugly to look at. There's just so much stuff. Can I do something like this? I don't know. I'll try to zoom in maybe a little bit more. It is an eyesore. I am so sorry. Okay. We'll do it like this. I think this is okay, right? This seems okay. Last week, I used to do this back in the day. I used to look at bucket combinations. So you know how I just went over like, hey, this is the projection for this bucket. You want 2 to 4 golfers from this bucket, put them in your lineup or whatever. I'd go further into it and combine bucket combinations together to see which ones showed up more than another. So here I just had, here, I'm going to go like this. We'll go to sheet 1 and I'm going to show you what I did. I'll zoom in, go all the way over here to the left. This is the American Express. Let me freeze the top row. I took every golfer in the 7K range from the American Express every single year, and I pasted it all right here with all of their buckets. Course history bucket, last year bucket, recent form bucket. And I mean, it's really just the stats that came into this event. And then what I did was basically have the buckets over here. And depending on those buckets, I put all the bucket combinations. Course history last year, course history recent form, course history last week, last year recent form, so on and so forth. And you can see all the counts that I have for each one of these. How often they've shown up. So like for the American Express, the top bucket was your recent form 6, last week 6. So a golfer who hasn't had any recent form heading into the event, and a last week where they had 0. They didn't play at the Sony Open. That showed up more often. That's the highest count of all the buckets, bucket combinations than any of the other ones. So what I ended up doing was, for the 7K range that year, for the American Express this year, I added all of the count totals here. And whatever golfer added up to be the most, I then rank ordered them based off of top to bottom. And once I did that, I was looking at these golfers up here. Now, I'll tell you one thing. As I was first looking at it, I knew in the 7K range, I wanted a missed cut. That's what the last year 85 is. I also knew I wanted someone in the yellow, so like 20 to 40 range, and I knew I wanted either someone who didn't play the year before or someone who had a top 20. So those 4 scenarios, you see how they're different colors? 85, 32, blank, green. So here's what I did. I put Sam Ryder, Chesson Hadley, Ben Griffin together. I put Sam Ryder, Ben Griffin, Alex Noren together. I put Chesson Hadley, Ben Griffin, Alex Noren together. I put Chesson Hadley, Alex Noren, Seabez together. And ultimately, I got on these 3 guys here. So I built lineups with these 3 guys. This is how I won $600. I hyper focused on the 7K range. I went through all the bucket combinations. Now, don't get me wrong. Keith Mitchell's down here, finished 9th. Michael Kim's down here, who finished 6th. Getting down here, it was more difficult for me to try to figure out which golfer to play. And ultimately, I liked the guys up here already. I was already looking at Christian Bezuidenhout, but I wasn't sure if I really wanted to play him. Alex Noren was an oversight. He didn't really help me at all, but he was sitting, in first place after day 1 or something like that. He came out with a hot start. And then Ben Griffin had a really good, Byron would probably say that he had a bad finish, but he had a pretty good Sunday. He got his all rounds under 70 bonus, I'm pretty sure. I think he had a birdie plus 3 streak, or 3 birdies in a row, that streak. The only really, and by the way, Sam Ryder and Chesson Hadley after day 2 and day 3, they were sitting up inside the top 10. All of these golfers were doing really, really good. So what I ended up doing, the same thing for the farmers. I rank ordered this top to bottom. You can see the golfers who have who are in the most bucket combinations inside the top 10. That's what this represents here. It's a count. Again, I did the same thing. Okay, that's really small for you guys. But if I zoom all the way in, did the exact same thing. The exact same thing this week. Now, I will say this, the 7K range, not as strong in this field as it was last week. And I mean that by history as well as just golfers in the field this week. So when it comes to the 7K range, like I said, I took every 7K golfer from the Farmers Insurance Open going back to 2018, I think. And I put all of their bucket combination, or all their buckets here, all their stats here, turned them into buckets, then turned them into bucket combinations, and figured out who the best guys were. So, Byron, if you're still in the chat, I told you, I came into your stream and I said, Taylor Moore in the sweet spot process is looking really good. Well, Hauser's number one, but quite frankly, they're tied. Ryan Fox was not a consideration that I had. He was not a consideration that I had. I'm considering him. Billy Horschel is someone I was joking around about in Byron's, one of his chats. I can't remember which one it was, but I was there with Shot Like Harden, and we were talking about, like, this seems like it shouldn't be a Billy Horschel type of course, but neither was the Memorial, and he won the Memorial. So now I'm really liking Horschel, Fox, Taylor Moore, and Bo Hauser, and then there's Michael Kim underneath. And I don't know what to do with Michael Kim, because that actually is a good stat profile. And I shouldn't say profile, but those are good stats to have, especially for the 7K range. It is probably not healthy to try to grab 4 of these guys. I'd grab 1 or 2. And I'm kind of liking Ryan Fox and pairing him up with any of these Yahoos up here. But like I said, looking back at past 7K finishers inside the top 10, again, I can go here and look. Actually, you know what? Having this type of course history, this is what actually I was looking at first. I'm like, man, having, you know, like 2-3 of these guys probably not going to look, it's not going to do well, but I think when Luke List won, so 2 years ago, he was in the 7K range. He didn't really have the greatest course history, neither did Cameron Tringali, neither did Justin Rose, but they were actually golfers you could have played together. It would have been just fine. Do we see that anywhere else? I mean, I guess you've got this whole consortium here. And you have that here. Okay. I'm gonna take my my words back. That works out. At least 2 of those guys for sure. Okay. One other thing that I wanted to note before we get into lineup building. Mr. Delo says, what is the optimizer highest projected points lineup this week? I have that on, that's the first one built. Xander Schauffele, Keegan Bradley, Seth Theegala, Ryo Hisasune, Taylor Moore, Gary Woodland. It scores 6. Let's not do that. It scores, well, I mean, it doesn't really matter what the points are in here, but that's the lineup right there. One thing I wanted to get to, one thing to talk about really quickly. I want to go back to 2020. Okay, I want to go back to these sheets here. You see these golfers that have 0 course history at this event? See how many we have in the field this week? I mean, this is going to be more than we typically see every single week. But if we go back to 2023, put a filter on this, and let's just go like top to bottom, bottom to top. Let's not do it that way. Let's do it this way. And then I'm going to select clear and go to blanks. Not there. Come on. Let's go here. Clear everything and just put blanks. You're going to see we don't have a lot of success. Like, sure, there's 3 there inside the top 20. You won't see many inside the top 10 with no course history, by the way. How did this lose its colors? Interesting. I didn't see that happening. Put blanks here. One thing to note as I'm going through this, you see how many 9K golfers or 8K golfers are up here? 0. Go to 2021. I'm mentioning this because Ludwig Aberg is on my mind. I love Ludwig. I think he's someone that can break a mold. I think he can break whatever I'm showing you right now. But we're not seeing a lot of high-priced guys that have no course history. I think because back in the day, course history was one of those things that was looked at like you needed a lot of in order to be good. Colin Morikawa, by the way, $8,900, had never played this course before. 21st place. That's not terrible. It's not going to really lose you money, but it's not going to help you win a GPP. Look at this. Scotty Scheffler down here. $8,800. Anyone else? No. So those are your high price. Like, those are good names to consider. Maybe not Matt Wolff, but those are good names to consider, like comparing to Ludwig Aberg, as well as the other guys that have no course history. I can tell you what, Adam Scott had course history, but my course history goes back to 2015, so he obviously hadn't played Farmers since prior to 2015, or actually my data goes back to 2013. Same goes with Rory. He probably played the Farmers before as well. So yeah, these two guys are up here, but they're also, what, elite players, which, don't get me wrong, Ludwig could get to an elite status. I mean, he definitely has the game to do that. It looks like he has the game to do that. This is the last price point that I have. But we look at some of these other golfers, you know, like, yeah, you had Noren and Palmer up here. I'm sure Palmer had course history as well. Again, my stats go back to 2013, so I don't have that. Everyone is pretty cheap. There isn't anyone that's expensive. You have Will Zalatoris down here, by the way, young guy, I'm sure. The point that I'm getting at, the point that I'm driving, you don't see a lot of golfers with no course history inside the top 10 or inside the top 20. Is it likely that all of the golfers with no course history would finish inside the top 10, like golfers that we like? So if we liked Minwoo and we like Ludwig and you like Nikolai Højgaard and Adrian Meronk and Ryan Fox. Now, don't get me wrong. These DP World Tour golfers that are coming over, yeah, that's probably, you know, they're probably golfers that you should actually consider. The music just stopped. Let me change this to something I like. Let's do this one. Okay. So when we look at the golfers that have no course history, by the way, again, I wouldn't pair up 6 golfers of these together. And what do the buckets say anyways? With course history 6, you don't want more than 0 to 2. 0 to 2. And that is including the strength of field that goes with these golfers. So when I think about these golfers, I want to play them. Don't get me wrong. These 5 golfers up at the top, I want to play them. I'm probably not going to, though. I'm not going to play more than 2 of these guys together in a lineup. Like, I don't mind pairing up like Ryan Fox with Minwoo. I don't know if I'm going to get to Ludwig. $9,700. That's very expensive for a guy who has 0 course history. I don't know what to do. And I do think course history matters. Like playing this golf course, playing in this tournament, I think it matters. I bet you Vince Whaley has. I hate name changes. He was Vincent Whaley for forever. Same with Ben Silverman, who was Benjamin Silverman for a while. But it doesn't matter. Those guys aren't big deals. Like, think about building lineups around. Anyways, yeah, I don't know what to do. I'm not gonna, like, I heard the industry is very in love with all of these European golfers. I think this is perfect. The buckets are telling us limit yourself to 2 of them and go from there. Okay, I'm done with the whole strategy portion. An hour and a half. Damn, I usually only go an hour into all of this, but I had some other things to talk about. So we will get to some lineup building. Before we get into lineup building, just a couple reminders. If you want a chance to win giveaways, let me throw that on the screen because I don't know how many people are just coming in right now. Comment right here in the live chat. Leave a, like I said, I'm asking you to give me 2 to 4 golfers to build lineups around. So I'll do that in this video. That's your way to get an entry. Be subscribed. I could change this to subscriber only mode just to see all those people. Actually, I'll probably do that shortly here, just to give you guys a heads up. I'll put it in subscriber only mode and I'll ask you all to whoever's in chat just to say hi, and you'll get an additional free entry into the giveaway. That way we are truly rewarding those that are subscribed to the channel. Yeah, subscribe, comment. That's how you earn your entry. And when this goes in replay, leave a comment. You'll get additional entries that way, because that's going to act as like a different video. So anyways, this is available to you guys. All right. What was I going to do? Let's pull up the optimizer. First of all, we're going to start building lineups. Like I said, I was going to scroll up and look at the first one. AJ Love. I'm thinking Morikawa, Theegala lineups. And then Gabe is on deck. Okay. Here we go. Let's get into building lineups. Morikawa and Theegala. I'm going to build 5 and then move on. And I'm going to copy this over. Again, if you want access to this this optimizer, email me at sweetspotdfs@gmail.com. Just let me know you're interested in using the optimizer, and as long as you are subscribed to this channel, I will send it to you. I'm just changing all my exposures to 100% because I just want to build lineups without any obstructions. So, first lineup, Morikawa and Theegala. We already break it? Oh, they're playing together. That's why. Yeah, we can't do that. They are playing together. AJ, if you're still in the stream, if you're still here in the chat, let me know. Do you want me to change this up? I can account for it. We can put those guys together. So if you like them, I can do that. But you're gonna have to let me know. And then if not, give me 2 different guys that I can build lineups around. So group 2, why don't we just go ahead and say we can allow 2 of them. Old Elvis, you like Bradley this week? Bradley lineups? I don't mind Bradley either. And there you go. There's Bradley right there. You said they're in the same bucket. Kick Theegala and replace him with Ben Griffin. Okay, you got it. Here's a good lineup though. If you did want to play them together, that's not terrible. Where is Ben Griffin? The heck? There he is. All right. We get Morikawa, Keegan Bradley, Justin Rose, Ben Griffin, Rio Hisasune, and Taylor Moore. It's a pretty good lineup. I like that lineup a lot. I don't like the song a lot. It's too slow. Come on. The second one, Morikawa, Bradley, Rose, didn't we just do this one? Yes, we did. Did I not hit run optimizer? Oh, Ben Griffin's the low guy. Do you want Hisasune out or Taylor Moore out? I should have seen that. I thought, honestly, I thought the no was under Hisasune. Anybody else in chat, just leave 2 to 4 golfers you want me to build lineups around, and I will do just that. And it also will get you into your giveaway. Rio, because you think he's chalk. There we go. Yeah, so anyone else, when I'm building lineups for you guys, if you just notice a guy just continues to show up, we can kick him out. Just let me know. Just say kick whoever, and we can kick him out. Okay. Morikawa, Bradley, Will Zalatoris, Keith Mitchell, Ben Griffin, Taylor Moore. That is a good lineup once again. Super good lineup. Ben Griffin again, the low man. You know what? I'm just going to boost him up. We give him a 100-point bonus. Remember to remove that from him. Keegan Bradley, Jason Day. You got it. I'm working first in, first out. So some of the other guys that posted their combinations, I'm going to do theirs first, and then I'll get to yours, old Elvis. Karl Morikawa, Keegan Bradley, Will Zalatoris, Keith Mitchell, Ben Griffin, Taylor Moore. I think I just said that, right? Yep. All right. So Taylor Moore is getting the boot, which is kind of scary because Taylor Moore's ranking out pretty well. Adam Schenk fills in outside of that, or instead of Taylor Moore, I should say. And then Sam Ryder. So it's that 5. It's that core 5 golfers. Morikawa, Bradley, Zalatoris, Mitchell, Griffin. Those 5 are bringing in all these other 7K golfers. I don't know how you feel about that, but it can be a good thing and it can be a bad thing. Yeah, Justin Suh. This isn't bad. In all honesty, I don't think it's bad. Sometimes finding a core like naturally like this, pretty good. So those 5, and we're just cycling through all the 7K golfers. Sam Stevens, I like that one. I will build one more. One more. Davis Thompson. Yeah, so it literally was those 5 golfers. And then take your pick at the 7K golfers that came just below. You had Adam Schenk there. You had Taylor Moore, Davis Thompson, Sam Ryder, Justin Suh, Gary Woodland, and Sam Stevens. Those 7K golfers with Morikawa, Bradley, Zalatoris, Mitchell, and Griffin. So keep that in mind. If you like it, you like it. If not, we can try again later. All right, next one up. Gabe Brown. Gabe wants M, Rose, and Grillo. M, Rose, and Emiliano. Where are you at, buddy? So what I'm gonna have to do for Gabe is, the optimizer says we want to play at least one 10K golfer. I don't think that's gonna happen with his core. We're gonna change that, but maybe it will select a 10K golfer. Yeah, that's a good choice. I like Taylor Moore in those lineup, in the 2 lineups that were a little different. I like that. Oh yeah, we gotta move Ben Griffin's score down. He didn't show up, but I still gotta move him down. So we have Sungjae, Sahith, Justin Rose, Will Zalatoris, Emiliano Grillo, and Rio Hisasune. That's not terrible. These are lineups for Gabe. Here we go. Sungjae M, Sahith, Justin Rose, Zalatoris, Ryan Fox, and Emiliano. I don't mind that one. I like it a lot, actually. Sungjae Finau, Sepp Straka, Rose, Grillo, and Callum Tarren. I like that lineup a lot. A lot. Wow. Because I'll be honest with you guys. I'm not going to play a lot of Sepp Straka. I don't know. Actually, I shouldn't say that. I might. There's a possibility I might, but at $8,600, I'd much rather play other 8K golfers around them. Probably not going to play them. Sungjae, Cole, Rose, Shane Lowry, Emiliano Grillo, and Taylor Moore. That's really good. That's a grinders lineup if I've ever seen one. Sungjae, Cole, Rose, Lowry. Yeah, they're all grinders. They're gonna grind out cuts for you. Daryl says I need to fill my last spot out of Straka, Cole, Rogers, Woodland, Grillo. Any opinion? Why those? Like, that's the last man in. You need to choose between those 5 guys. Is that what you're asking, Daryl? This next lineup for Gabe, we have Sungjae, Sahith, Rose, Zalatoris, Grillo, and Hughes. That's a good lineup too. We're getting more 4s. Rose is showing up a lot to go with these guys. Is that actually who I forget. Did we? Yeah, we did. Okay, never mind. Never mind. I was like, did we anchor around those guys? We sure did. Rose and Grillo. So Zalatoris is showing up a lot, and so too is Sahith, it seems like. I'll save this one because it's pretty good. Sungjae, Keegan Bradley, Rose, Zalatoris, Grillo, and Tom Hoagie. Yeah, I'm down for that one. I'm going to kick out Zalatoris. I do like Zalatoris, but just to give Gabe a few different options since he's not here, go ahead and change that out. Sungjae, Tony Finau, Rose, Mitchell, Grillo, and Vincent Norman. I actually like this because Vincent Norman, I think his bugaboo is just not being accurate off the tee. Not going to hurt him here. It's a pretty good lineup. Daryl says Rainmaker's cards in that tier. Okay. I probably would go Straka. Well, it's Cole. I'll rank order them for you. Cole, Straka, Grillo, Rogers, Woodland. That's how I'd rank order those. Good luck to you, Jim. We have Xander in this one. Okay, so now we get a 10K, and it's a 10-9-8-7-7-6. Xander, Sungjae, Rose, Grillo, Woodland, Seamus Power. So Seamus, I know, was battling a hip injury. I don't know if he's over it, but I'll give him a chance. I'll give him a shot. I like that lineup. And then this will be the last one. I like this too. Sungjae, Finau, Rose, Mitchell, Grillo, Zach Blair. This might be too big of a course for Zach Blair. I know he played well at the 3M Open, which is another long golf course, but different type of course. Here we go. Bronson Burgoon coming back, or coming. I like Bronson Burgoon. My nickname for him is the Burgoony. I think this is a pretty good lineup. Xander, Sungjae, Justin Rose, Grillo, Taylor Moore, Burgoony. Yeah, I'll do it. So those were lineups for Gabe. Hopefully you like those, Gabe. I don't know if you're still in the chat. You usually watch the day after. So those were for Gabe Brown. Let's check out who is next. So Morikawa Thigala is what AJ said. We did that and told him he can't do it anymore. We got Byron. Byron's up next. Gimme Malnati, Thigala, Morikawa, and or Aubert. Okay. So we already know Thigala and Morikawa are playing together. So we can't pair those guys up. So let's see. Where's Malnati? Malnati. And why Malnati? God, I was watching him play the American Express. That guy, I think he's just going to get you in trouble more than he's going to help you. So we'll do Malnati. We're going to have to bump his score up by 300 points. So he doesn't, I don't have to keep asking Byron. It's Brucey's time to shine. Bronson. Malnati. So who do you want, Byron? Do you want Thigala or do you want Morikawa? You're gonna have to choose one. Or do you want me to break the sweet spot process and allow both of those guys to be paired together? Okay. 3 top 25s in the last 3 years here for Malnati. Solid. All good streaks come to an end, though. Ben Cole's not make a bucket. He should have 6 buckets next to his name. I mean, he wasn't in an anchor bucket, if that's what you're trying to say. Trust the process, Byron. So pick Theegala instead of Morikawa. I'm guessing that's what you mean. I am going to assume, because, you know, that doesn't make an ass out of you and me. It just makes an ass out of you. We'll do that. Do we want Aubert to go with it? This is one of my favorite songs from the royalty-free White Bat Audio music. A little epic, like da 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 da. Waiting for Byron. Byron. I want no Xander or Sungjae. I know, I'm asking, so you want Theegala, Malnati, and then you said and or Aubert. So I'm leaving it up to you. Do you want Aubert in your lineups or just keep it like this? Oh, yeah, I'll lock these guys out, by the way. That's fine. No Xander or Sungjae. Do you want Aubert? Aubert! All right, you know what? I'm going to run this lineup. I've already lost like 300 viewers already. Theegala, Malnati, and Aubert. Well, we tried to run it naturally without selecting Aubert, and it just didn't happen. So it's just not meant to be, but we will force it. Because nothing bad happened when someone forced something. So we're running this optimizer with Aubert, Theegala, and Malnati. And what we get is Keegan. We got all your guys here. This is your crew. Aubert, Bradley, Theegala, Straka, Jaeger, and Malnati. There you go. We don't even have to build another lineup. These were all... Byron only talked about 6 golfers in all of his streams. He was like in like 15 streams, and these were the 6 golfers he talked about. We're done. Lineup was already built. Like, this is the perfect lineup. End the stream. All right, so we're going to kick Jaeger out. Actually, if Taylor Moore gets added to this with these golfers here, it truly would be all of the golfers that you mentioned. Lineup 2, Aubert, Day, Theegala, Mitchell, Rye, Malnati. I don't mind that one either. Rye is getting the boot. Aubert, Finau, Theegala, Straka. There we go. Taylor Moore. There you go. Did you want... Jesus. This is another Byron lineup. Okay, Byron. Taylor Moore is getting the boot. Do you want to bring Taylor Moore back and then maybe kick out Finau or kick out Straka? Do you want to see more possibilities with Taylor Moore with some of these other guys? No Mitchell? I don't. Okay. So when I build lineups, here's what I'll do. I might like a certain golfer. Like, I like Taylor Moore personally better than I like Sepp Straka. I know you like Sepp Straka, but what I would do is I would bring back Taylor Moore and kick out Straka to see what other combinations might happen with Taylor Moore. Kick out Tony. All right, we're gonna bring back Taylor Moore and see what happens. We have Aubert, Day, Thigala, Straka, Woodland, Gary Woodland. That's crazy. That's actually a really good lineup, though. All right, we are gonna do something. Let's see if I can do it. I don't think I can do it. Ooh. Alrighty. We've changed it to subscriber only mode. Leave your favorite play in the chat right now and you get a free entry into the giveaway, into next week's giveaway. An additional free entry. So subscribers only. Leave a message in the chat. We're going to put your name in the giveaway for next week. Do it right now. This is how you get an additional one. You're all going to get one regardless, but this is how you'll get an additional one. Just give me your favorite golfer this week. I know there's a 10-second delay between you and I, so just put them in the chat. I see that I have 18 viewers, so there's a possibility to get 18. Again, should I do the degen bit where, hey, those in the back, those that can't hear me, repeat. Put your favorite golfer in the chat and you're going to get a free entry, an additional entry into next week's giveaway. This also goes towards the monthly giveaway of $100. And it's just subscriber only right now, so you got to be subscribed in order to get into this additional giveaway. Barry R, you little lurker. Been a while, man. It's been a while. I haven't seen you in the live chat. That's okay. You can lurk. You can lurk all you want, buddy. All you want. I missed the 6K Whisperer, though. All right, so Mr. D-Lo goes Xander. Xander's a good choice. Back nine likes Sahith and Thigala. I think, or not. I was thinking. I know you like who's the guy right next to Sahith? Bradley. You like Keegs and Thiegs. I know you like those guys. Like I was anticipating it was Keegala. There we go. Sahith Keegala. That's the name, the new name. Old Elvis likes Keegan Bradley. Euler Bits likes Finau. Daryl Mooney, Day. I'm right there with you, man. I really like Jason Day this week. Barry likes Morikawa. Morikawa's good. And Joshua Maz with Fox. All right. I don't mind that. Sam Stevens for first round leader. I like that too, man. Hope you are well as well. Barry R. AJ with Ben Griffin. Lombardi's in here too. I almost thought that said sausage. And that is now Sung Jae's new nickname is Sausage. I cannot not see it anymore. Sausage him. Sausage him. Whatever. All right, last call for additional entries into this giveaway. These names will already be added. You got to be a subscriber, though. We got 19 viewers. I don't have 19 names. And it's okay. Subscribe right now and leave your handle in there. I will see. Okay. I will wait. I'm going to take it off of subscriber only mode, which was really interesting. That's the first time I've ever done that. It's pretty good. Minimum subscriber time 5 minutes. All right, how about this? 1 minute. I didn't even notice that. but we're going to change it anyways. That was pretty cool. Oh, you do a slow mode this way too? I love that. Okay, cool. Alrighty. All right, gentlemen or ladies and gentlemen. I think it's just all gentlemen here. Whoa, 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 whoa. There you go. You guys got double the entries. Actually, you know what? I always go through this and I will write down the names. I know that these are from the live chat. Okay. Going back to building lineups. Sorry for the little delay for those that are just here for the lineups, but I want to give people the opportunity to get additional entries into the giveaway. Alrighty then. We are on Byron's lineups. He's got Malnati, Thigala, and Aubert locked in. He does not like Mitchell, so we'll get rid of Mitchell. How do we feel about this lineup, Byron? We've got Max Homa, Ludwig Aubert, Sahith Thigala, Shane Lowry, Taylor Moore, Peter Malnati. Pretty solid, dude. Pretty solid. Can I get a message check? Okay, there we go. Barry's actually... Barry did it for me. He likes Malnati, and Barry is the 6K whisperer for this community. He's been right like 1 out of 6 times, but that's way better than all of us. Aubert, Cole, Bradley, Thigala, Davis, Thompson, Peter Malnati. Do we like that one? I'm not sure if that's on brand for back 9 bets, but it's not terrible. Here we go. How are we feeling about Kevin Yu? Aubert, Cole, Bradley, Thigala, Yu, Malnati. Personally, I think Kevin Yu peaked last week. I think he's a good golfer, but I just don't... Having 2 weeks in a row going from an easier golf course to this harder golf course, I don't know. I don't know. Interesting. Aubert, Day, Thigala, Zalatoris, Griffin, Malnati. All right, that's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah, I don't know about you either, dude. The hell? What's wrong with you? Look at this lineup. This is like a back 9 bets model, not a model maniac, but this is a maniacal, Jesus, I wanted to say maniac. A maniacal lineup. This is a masochistic lineup that will do nothing but pain you while you see 3 or 4 of your guys miss the cut. Aubert, Cole, Thigala, Straka, Spawn, Malnati. Yeah. One more. I'm doing one more for you, and then we're moving on. Homa, Aubert, Thigala, Zalatoris, Thomas, Dietrich, which I know you're not a huge fan of, but I kind of like at this event. There we go. Those are the lineups. Hope you like them, sir. All right, moving on. Moving on to the next one. By the way, Byron, I can build more lineups too, if you want me to later on. Scrolling down, let's see here. Of course, when I scroll down, then I lose my position because that's just how YouTube works sometimes. Lombardi Lee. Oh, whoa. I jumped the gun. I am sorry, Lombardi. We're going to Joshua Maz. He was just above you. Morikawa and Ryan Fox. Kind of like that. Nathan Johnson, what's up, man? Have we seen much for Hideki? No, we haven't. Was thinking Colin Hideki for a pair to start with. Perfect. I will get to that when it comes your way. And D'Lo, same with you, man. Homa and Cole lineups. I like that combo as well. Those are great. Byron, you are welcome, sir. You are welcome. I guess I have Malnati. Oh yeah. No. Malnati has a 300-point bonus that we have to get rid of. It's like, why in the hell is Malnati showing up? Did Byron rig this? Of course he did. Of course he did. Ooh. Damn. Morikawa, Finau, Rose, Fox, Rye, Taylor Moore. We're going to kick Rye out, and we're going to give Fox a 200-point boost. 200-point boost, just to remind myself. 200 points. And we know Rye is just going to get the boot, so let's just do it right now. I don't mind it. Like, Rye is... I'll play Rye. Out of 100 lineups, I'll play him in 6. I don't want too much of him. Same kind of goes with Ryo Hisasune. I don't think I want that much Ryo either. Morikawa, Cole, Rose, Fox, Hisasune, Moore. I think we can do better. Morikawa, Finau, Rose, Fox, Taylor Moore, Michael Kim. That sounds like a pretty solid lineup right there. Morikawa, Cole, Justin Rose, Bo Hosler, Ryan Fox, Taylor Moore. Sign me the hell up. As Byron would say, sign me the hell up. My brother. I like that one. That's great. That's a moneymaker. Morikawa, Cole, Rose, Fox, Shank, Moore. Not too much of a Shank fan this week. Morikawa, Finau, Rose, Fox, Grillo, Sam Ryder. I don't mind that one. I think I'm just going to avoid Sam Ryder this week. 7,200 is not bad. Out of 100 lineups, I'll play him in 8. I think I'll put his exposure at like 8%. So I'm not fading him fully, but I just don't necessarily care for him. Same too goes with Batia. I don't have a very strong outlook on Batia during this week. And that's just feeling based. That's not looking at stats or anything like that. It just doesn't seem like the course for him either. Ooh. Morikawa, Cole, Rose, Fox, Grillo, Justin Suh. That's not terrible. I kind of want to make the optimizer select a 6K golfer. So if it doesn't do in this next one, I'm going to change that. Eric, can you run some Morikawa, Minwoo, Bradley lineups? Absolutely, dude. Absolutely. Or Baddeley. Baddeley. Okay. There's the 6K Whisperer talking about Aaron Baddeley. Be on the lookout. This is a good lineup. Morikawa, Cole, Rose, Fox, Pendrith, Taylor Moore. Okay. Here's what we're going to do. I'm actually going to change the 7K range from... I don't want more than 2. So I want to make sure it selects somebody a little bit different. Bronson Burgoon, 2 10K golfers. See, this is what I like to do. Just change it up a little bit, shake it up, and see what it does. 2 7K golfers. Xander, Morikawa, Rose, Fox, Moore, Burgoony. I like it. And then one more, and then I'm going to move on to the next one. Morikawa, Cole, Keegan Bradley, Will Zalatoris, Ryan Fox, Callum Tarran. Yeah, sign me up for that one too. Having, 4 8K and above golfers, I think is very valid for this week. I like it a lot. And if you can go a 10, a 9, and a couple 8s, I like it quite a bit. Did we save this one already? We did not. Oh, I hit Run Optimizer, misclick. I honestly, that was a misclick. I'm gonna try to run it again. Yeah, came back. I'm gonna kick out Cole. I just want to see one without Eric Cole. Like, yeah, I know he's good. I know he's gonna pop in the model, but let's do something a little bit different. There we go. There we go. A 10, 3 8s, and 2 7s. I like this. All right, we're gonna move on from here. We need to change. You know what? I'm gonna give Ryan Fox a little bit of a boost. I don't think it's gonna be a 200-point boost, but I do like Ryan Fox. We'll give him a 100-point boost. So he's 977 instead of 877. I do like I said, I like Ryan Fox. Let me get the next one in here. Lombardi Lee with Sam Ryder and Luke List, which is, I imagine you like these two golfers because of course history. AJ goes, does the bucket system consider the chalk, or do you think it doesn't matter the pick the opposite of chalk approach? Yeah, so I think the bucket system, what it does naturally is get you on golfers you normally wouldn't have been on. So that kind of does its work. It does not take into account projected ownership whatsoever. So that'll answer your question more directly. But one thing that I know, talking with like Chad from the Fantasy Golf Pod, because he always tries to like, so what is this bucket system? What does it do? Like, you know, and then he goes, oh, so it's like impossible for you to select like 6 chalky guys with it. It's like most of the time it is, because it usually asks you to grab a 6K golfer, which is never going to be chalk. But like when it comes to other ones, it's just putting combinations together. Watched Fox and Rochester for the 2 holes I saw. He was throwing darts. Yeah. Hey, I don't mind it. Don't mind it whatsoever. All right, let's run this. I did see I had an email. I got a couple of emails. Golf optimizers. All right, so let me send that to you. Lombardi Lee, I'm sending it through the email right now. It's not going to have anything in the email except for the optimizer. Let me know if you have any questions. AJ sends me a Venmo. Oh, there. Yep. Good call. I was like, what? He won the giveaway. There we go. Venmo. Yeah. I'll get you that after the stream. Okay. I thought that was another optimizer request. Guess not. Guess you don't care about me. I'm kidding. All right, so we got Shoffley, Keegan Bradley, Sahith Theegala, Luke List, Sam Ryder, and Seamus Power. Do we like Seamus Power? Lombardi Lee, do we like Seamus Power? Not terrible. Xander Keegan Bradley, Sahith Theegala, Luke List, Sam Ryder, and Bobby Mack. I love this lineup. This is I think my favorite lineup of the night so far. Well, I shouldn't. Yeah, maybe. Let's take a look. I really like this lineup. I like it a lot. Well, I really like this lineup. This lineup's really good. That one's a good lineup. I guess these two are good lineups right here. Sure. I like those lineups. So I like that a lot. Don't mind this one. That one's good. Okay. Maybe I like most of the lineups that were built. I love Byron to death, but I do not like Peter Malnati. So I like, personally, I can't love those lineups. I like the idea. If you can hit on Peter Malnati, perfect, but it's not my cup of tea. I like this lineup. I like this lineup. That one's pretty good. Pretty good. Okay, so I like a lot of these lineups. Okay. I take it back. Got a little ahead of myself, but I do like the Bobby Mack. Like, I think this is actually a course Bobby Mack does well at. Cantlay. So the first Patrick Cantlay sighting. Cantlay, Cole, Rose, List, Ryder, Vincent Norman. I like that one. It's a good one. AJ, I do have a video on how to use it. Are you on a Mac by chance? I know you're big into music, and I know of some friends that use Macs just strictly for music. More so like graphic design and stuff like that, but Seamus Power is a good golfer. I agree. Shoffley, Day, Thigala, List, Ryder, and Burgoon. I love that lineup. I mean, this is too much. This is like kind of airing on too much Burgoon, but I do like Bronson. He's like a few years ago when he was on the tour, it just seemed like he was so close. And I think he's probably gone through enough heartbreak over the last few years, grinding it out, trying to get back to the PGA Tour, that I could see him doing pretty well. Here's a lineup that no one will ever think is going to be good because of Ches Reavie, and it could do really well. Sure, I guess I'm going to save it because I like all. Well, I'm not a huge Ryder fan this week, but hey, if this is your course history guy, so be it. These guys to go with Ryder and Reavie, pretty darn good. Yes, sir. Sending out another optimizer. There you go, Brent. Just sent it. I don't get the Peter Love either, but hey, each to each their own. Yeah, I know. Same. Cantlay, Day, Straka, List, Ryder, Taran. I'm a fan of Taran. I believe in Taran. That whole song was a quiet song. The entire thing. Stupid. You're welcome. Let's see here. Ooh, a more balanced lineup. Aubert, Thigala, Straka, Zalatoris, Luke, Sam Ryder. There we go. This is a good cash game lineup right here. So we have you some GPP lineups. Like you get that kind of right here with the 6K golfers. And then you get your balance build. I'll do one more just to see what it looks like. I'm going to kick out Straka. I'm not a huge Straka fan. And just see what it does. And then we'll move on to the next ones. Ryan Moore, that ain't happening. Xander, Day, Rose, List, Ryder, Moore. Yeah. Could do Nate Lashley. Not a huge fan. Cantlay, Cole, Bradley, List, Ryder, Dylan Wu. Yeah, I'll do that one. All right, that was the last one. That was a good one. Those were that's a good combo. Good 7K combo. All right, so that was Lombardi. Brent wants Finau, English, and Thigala. I like that. And then we also, Old Elvis, you will be on deck. I'm not sure if you're still in the chat, but you are on deck. Finau. The Harry-ish. And Thigala. We're going balanced. All right, everything cleared out? Yep. FR leader just got off, just set off the smoke detector while cooking dinner. Tonight's lineups are going to be fire. I love it. I have the whole soundboard and I always forget when to use them. I should have done this with Byron and Melnati. Just doo-doo, right? Finau, English, Thigala, Rose, Fox, Adam Schenk. I like it minus Adam Schenk. Oh, I think I gotta save it though. I like it minus Adam Schenk. Finau English, Thigala Zalatoris, Fox, Aaron Rai. Great cash game lineup. That's really good. Mix that out or throw Rai and put in Taylor Pendrith. Love that one too. Finau English, Thigala, Zalatoris, Ben Griffin, Ryan Fox. Yeah, another good one. Okay, so we have ourselves a really good balanced build. Not allowing ourselves to take more than 3 8K golfers, and it's really not. You like Taylor Montgomery? I hate Taylor Montgomery. I don't hate him, but that swing is garbage. Just garbage. Schenk is a boiler. All right. Like a boiler maker? I kind of want to know boiler bits. I feel like this is a shtick, and I want to know the shtick. I want to know what a boiler is. I might use it. If you're in here and we're building lineups and I know what boiler means, I will definitely use it. Finau English, Thigala, Rose, Fox, Davis Thompson. I don't know about Davis Thompson. Purdue. Gotcha. Are you from Purdue? Did you go to school in Purdue as well? In Purdue? Did you go to school at Purdue? AJ Love. Yeah, old PC might not work all that well. I will say the PC I bought in 2017, 2018 was good enough. And it was like bare bones, bare minimum computer. It was able to do the Excel solver. Okay. Ooh, this is an interesting lineup. Finau, English, Thigala, Rose, Fox, Matthew Pavone. Yeah, I like that one. Not too much Pavone lineups that I'll be building this week, so I'm cool with this. Finau, English, Thigala, Rose, Fox, and Eckroat. Sign me up for all the Eckroat possible. Yep, doing that. This is a good lineup. Or this is a good combo that you gave us. And then we just add Dietrich to the mix. Do you like Ryan Fox? I could kick Fox out. Boiler Bits, let me know if you like Fox. I like Fox. I don't mind playing Fox this week. But if it's not your cup of tea, we can him out. And the only reason he's showing up as much is because I gave him a boost to his points. I can bring him back down to the points that I originally had him at. He probably won't be selected as much. I'm in a 30-person DK league, so love balance. Yeah. No, that's perfect. Understanding your contest selection. Yeah, having a balanced one where your cut made percentage is pretty high amongst all 6 of your golfers. That's the key. So that's, yeah, for sure. Will you run a few with Xander and Collins? Xander and Morikawa? Or is there a guy that actually has the last name of Collins in here that I'm not sure? I like Fox, but try kicking. Okay. I'm going to bring back Eckroat just to see if it picks him, and Dietrich. All right, I'll build 2 more lineups without Fox. We get Hisasune instead. Do you like that? Finau, Bradley, the Ish, Thigala, Hisasune, and Bobby Mack. I don't mind that lineup, like for GPPs, but I don't know about Hisasune. And are we gonna so we're gonna continue to see Hisasune. Do you want him in your lineup or no? See, when the Trauma. Bringing up Trauma right now. Because this is what happens. The optimizer will select a certain golfer with certain combos that you have and will constantly select that guy. And it's like, dude, I just want to see variety. Give me some variety. And then over like I will do one of two things. Like Matt Kuchar during the Sony Open, the optimizer was all over Matt Kuchar. It's like, what could go wrong? Missing the cut could go wrong. That's exactly what Kuchar did. So it's like, that's why I didn't do so well during that time. But then there are times where it picks those 7K golfers, and I'm like, nope, I'm not letting the Kuchar thing happen again. And then that mother father finishes like inside the top 10. And it's like, well, why didn't I? Because now if I had done that, I'd be sitting pretty. Let's see. If Collins wins, I'll be surprised. No Hisasune. Yeah, I just didn't want to spell his last name out. I know it's 210. Oh, perfect. Yeah. Yep, no, you got it. No Hisasune. And then you want the 210K. So yeah. All right, so no Hisasune. We bring in Taylor Moore and Mark Hubbard. No Mark Hubbard lineup, so I'm cool with saving one. That's great. Finau, Bradley, English, Thigala, Hadley, Woodland. All right. I don't like Hadley here, but it's not a terrible choice. I like Hoagie better. There we go. All right, so those were the lineups for Boiler Bits. We are going to clear this out and bring in the next combo, which was Old Elvis. You still in the chat, Old Elvis? Bradley and Jason Day. Lombardi Lee has another duo. Thigala Sungjae. Okay. How cold is it there? Like where I'm at right now? Or where they are? In San Diego. Pretty close to San Diego. La Jolla. La Jolla. Jason Day and Keegan Bradley. So Day. Old Elvis. I'm going to break the rules and build some lineups, but they are in the same marquee tee time. It goes against the rules. Would you like me to change it? Do you have a different duo or trio? I'll give you 20 seconds to answer the question. If you are no longer, I'll take silence as you not being in the chat. Let me know. Jason Day, Keegan Bradley, Justin Rose, Willie Z, Keith Mitchell, Michael Kim. That's a pretty good lineup. Pretty good lineup. Minnesota. So currently, all right. So, last week we got to -19. We had -19 one of the days, -17 another day, -10 another day. And then today was 30. It says 27 on my computer right now. Not saying my computer's grabbing outside, but it you know, it's looking at the town that I live in. It says 27. And it felt warm today, honestly. Which is kind of funny. I know some of you are probably like, what? It's interesting. When you are outside and you got to deal with -degree weather, coming out when it's like 30 or something like that feels like a spring day to some extent. But he's still cold, don't get me wrong, but it can feel like a spring day. We have Day, Bradley, Rose, Zalatoris, Keith Mitchell, Sam Ryder, and no response from Old Elvis. So I'll do like 1 or 2 more in case he rewatches this, and then you can see his lineups being built. But we'll move on. I'm not saving any because they don't follow the sweet spot process. I like that one. Day, Bradley, Thigala, Rose, Mitchell, and Callum Tarrant. So Callum is just going to continue to show up because he's a good 6K value. Old Elvis, if you want me to build you some other lineups and you're like on a delay a little bit longer than 10 seconds, that's cool. Let me know who you'd like me to change those to, and I'll get to them after I build the next couple lineups. So we have Thigala and Sungjae. I'm just double checking. I want to get to the next person that is next person in the queue. JK Lawrence, by the way, I'm sorry I didn't say hi. I just saw your message. I saw it earlier, and then I think I was trying to do the subscriber only chat. And Barry R, I didn't even see you gave us the sleeper pick of the week. I like that. Okay, Mr. D'Lo is on deck. So Mr. D'Lo, if you're in chat, you are next in case I somehow forget or lose my place. You are on deck with Homa and Cole. Ryan, I see you. Give me Homa and Taylor Moore. I love that combo. I certainly will do that. I think you're probably like third or fourth in line from the other ones that we're going to be doing. Thigala and Sungjae. Okay. We have Sungjae, Thigala, Rose, Will Zalatoris, Ryan Fox, and Emiliano Grillo. I don't like the two $7,500 golfers, and by the way, we need to change this back. I just wanted the two 7Ks. I don't mind it. I just don't love it. JK, I'm glad you're still in the chat. But yeah, apologize for not seeing you earlier. AJ Love, how do you walk outside? It isn't terrible. There is a Norwegian saying that you dress. I forget exactly how it goes, but it's like your happiness is based off of how you dress. Like, if you're gonna go outside in cold weather, make sure you wear warm clothes. Make sure you're bundled. Make sure that, you know, you go out there and it's fine. I mean, quite frankly, getting hit with cold air in the face, refreshing. It's really refreshing. It's, dude, it sure as hell beats having like 100-degree summer days where it's nothing but humidity and all you can do is sweat. I'll take my 70-degree Minnesota summer days because, quite frankly, there's not a state out there. Well, there might be a couple states that compete with it, but summer days in Minnesota, can't beat them, especially on a lake. Our 10,000 lakes. We have more coastline than California. Yeah, it's beautiful. Now, currently right now, seasonal depression, it sucks. Like, it hits you hard. You could just literally just be sitting down or sitting at watching TV the entire winter and just feel like a complete piece of garbage. But yeah, whatever. It gives me an excuse not to be out. Well, it gives me an excuse to do this. When the PGA Tour season, when half of it is like when it's like cold, and it allows me to work on this stuff. When it comes to summertime and I get to go out golfing, it's hard for me to get back in here and do all this stuff. I'd rather be golfing. That lineup was okay. I don't want the same price tags on the board. Cole, Thigala, Fox, Rye, Taylor Moore. It's okay. Sungjae, Jason Day, Seth Thigala, Ryan Fox, Taylor Moore, Gary Woodland. Sign me up. I like that one. AJ Love, I need to check out Minnesota. Do so in the summertime. Do so in the summertime. Sungjae M, Seth Thigala, Justin Rose, Will Zalatoris, Ryan Fox, and Taylor Moore. There we go. That's the game winner. We love that lineup. That lineup's really, really good. That lineup's really good. Yeah, we like that lineup. Sungjae, Jason Day, Seth Thigala, Ryan Fox, Ryo Hisasune, Vincent Norman. Not terrible. That's like the second or third time I've seen Ryo Hisasune with Vincent Norman. I think it's the second time, if I'm being honest. I'd hate to waste either one of them with each other. Like, it's just a one combo thing between those two, and I don't want to see them together again. Sungjae Thigala, Rose Zalatoris, Fox Montgomery. I'm not a huge Montgomery guy. We all know this. It's well documented. There we go. There's a different one. Svensson with Ryan Fox. Okay, so those are those lineups for Mr. Lombardi Lee. Let's take a look. I did say someone is on deck. Mr. D'Lo, are you still in the chat? Can I get Homa and Cole? We like that. That seems like a workman's lineup right there. Have family in Anoka. Fair enough. I've been to Anoka plenty of times. Homa, Cole, Thigala, Fox, Rye, Taylor Moore. Not terrible. Aaron Rye. Meh. Homa, Cole, Thigala, Mitchell, Moore, Woodland. I have a feeling this could be the chalkiest lineup that I built tonight. Have a feeling. I like it though. It's a good lineup. Homa, Cole, Rose, Steven Yeager, Ryan Fox, Taylor Moore. It's another good lineup. I like that one a lot. I'm gonna say that a lot tonight. I like that a lot. Third time. Hisasune with Norman. Again, I don't want to waste. It's D'Lo, do you like Hisasune? If you do, I can save that. Well, you see the lineup. Let me know. There's a 10-second delay between you and I, so anyone watching who's just like, why is he just sitting there doing nothing? I've asked a question. I'm waiting for an answer. D'Lo, again, the question is, do you like Ryo Hisasune? Just double checking. If you do, I will keep him in. If not, I'll kick him out. Okay. Again, there's a delay, so that's why I'm just double checking and talking so people don't get bored. Homa, Cole, Rose, Ryan Fox, Batia, Emiliano Grillo. I don't think three $7,500 golfers are going to be in an optimal lineup together, so like I'm just not going to save that. It'd be very, very, very rare. Very, very rare that even two guys in the same price tag even finish inside the optimal lineup. I think it's happened one or twice over the last 7 years. Homa, Cole, Rose, Zalatoris, Taylor Moore, Tom Hoagie. Love that. It's a really good lineup. Really good lineup. Homa, Cole, Rose, Zalatoris, Grillo, Chesson Hadley. That's a pretty good Chesson Hadley lineup. So if you're cool with playing Chesson, perfect. I am probably not going to. That's 4 8K and above golfers. That's kind of what I think is going to do it. This is a pretty solid lineup. Moore and Hughes. I'll build 2 more. Grillo and Hubbard. Sure. That's like nostalgia. Those guys 2 or 3 years ago, they were all the buzz in those lower events, like the alternate events. Pretty good. Homa, Cole. Ooh, our first Hideki sighting. Homa, Cole, Hideki, Ryan Fox, Grillo, Michael Kim. I like that. All right, one more. We are at 69 unique viewers for the stream. Nice. Homa, Cole, Matsuyama, Bo Hosler, Ryan Fox, Taylor Moore. That is one of my favorite lineups. I like Fox, Hosler, and Moore. Like, if you didn't already see this before, If I go to my Farmers 7K bucket, and I look at my top 7K golfers for bucket combinations, Hosler, Moore, Ryan Fox. And those finishes right there from last year, love that. Love this. Everything's just different. I love it. Love it. In fact, we're not building any more lineups for that combo. That was the coup de grace. It was beautiful. Beautiful. Barry Ribera. Oh, no, Nathan Johnson. Sorry, Nathan Johnson. He wants Hideki because we haven't seen enough Hideki. So we go, yes. Forgot to change group 3. I don't know if those guys were ever paired up together. Oh, they were not. Jesus. Okay. Morikawa and Hideki. We like that. Morikawa, Cole, Matsuyama, Fox, Hisasune, Taylor Moore. So Hisasune is getting the boot, which good. And I don't like Aaron Rye. Is Ryan Henson still in the chat? Ryan, show yourself. Morikawa, Cole, Matsuyama, Fox, Grillo, Kim. Not terrible. Not great. I'm going to build a couple more, and if it continues to bring in Cole, I'm going to kick him out. All right, different. 2 10K golfers. Xander Morikawa. So this is right down Daryl's lane. Shoffley, Morikawa, Matsuyama, Taylor Moore, Gary Woodland, Ches Reavie. I don't care for Ches, but I do really like those other guys. Ryan, who was D-Gen's play of the week, and who was his not play of the week? And who were the 7K donkeys? Morikawa, Cole, Matsuyama, Fox, Schenk, Moore. I don't mind that. Again, I don't like price tags that are the same. And Cole showed up again. One more Cole. He's getting the boot. There it is. He's getting the boot. I mean, hey, Cole's been playing so good. Why give him the boot? It's just because how do we not? We got to see more lineup variety. Also, Ryan, from your article, who are the sleepers that helped you win? Not the sleepers from what helped you win the Century, but that same article. Who are your guys? Last week didn't work so great with Neesmith. Morikawa, Straka, Matsuyama, Mitchell, Fox, Michael Kim. I don't mind that lineup. 10-8-8-7-7-7. Not terrible. Homo was the one guy he's playing. Lukeless was not. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Homa's a good... I like Homa too. The more I've been looking at lineups, building lineups, the more Homa I want to play. I don't... Like, Homa, Morikawa, and Shoffley just show up in all of the good buckets, and like I'm just kind of pervy to those, or privy, I should say, not pervy, Jesus, privy to those. I'm probably anchoring my lineups there. Max Homa's probably the one guy that I want to play a lot of. Morikawa, Finau, Matsuyama, Fox, Moore, Hoagie. Beautiful lineup. Love that lineup. I'll build 2 more with that combo. Nathan, are you still here? I mean, I'll build more than this because these are not... I mean, I don't mind this one. Morikawa, Finau, Matsuyama, Fox, Moore, Hubbard. Sure. 44% ownership so far on Ryan Fox. And we didn't even really anchor around him. That lineup there on the screen is pretty good. Morikawa, Day, Matsuyama, Fox. Should have kept that one. Let me bring back Ryder and Woodland. I want to save that last one. Still here. Thanks for running those. Yeah, absolutely, dude. Morikawa, Jeff picked, and his sleeper scary Cam Champ. Okay, okay. So Cam Champ was the sleeper. Was his sleeper last week Neesmith? There we go. Finally. We have Morikawa, Minwoo Lee, Hideki Matsuyama, Ryan Fox, Grillo, and Sam Ryder. I don't like the last bit, but Morikawa, Minwoo, and Matsuyama, sign me up. Sign me the hell up. Ooh, another good one. I don't know about Shamo, but sure. I like that though. Morikawa, Day, Matsuyama. There we go. We're going back and forth now. Minwoo, Jason Day, Minwoo, Jason Day. Who are we liking? We got two Aussies up here. Or no, Ryan Fox is actually from New Zealand, right? Yeah, that's not terrible. I'd probably kick out Grillo if I'm being quite honest. Like, I'm gonna do that anyways. Grillo and bring back Justin Suh just to see if he just shows up. No, I don't remember sleep last week. Okay, no worries. Davis Thompson, no thanks. Keegan Bradley showing though. Okay. Morikawa, Bradley, Matsuyama, Mitchell, Suh, Vincent Norman. That actually kind of fits together. All right, one last one. One last good one for Mr. Nathan Johnson. And that's not it. Actually, that is it. That's good. I just saw Justin Suh show up again and I'm like, no, that's not it. No, that was it. That was it. That was a good one. Justin Suh, where you at, bud? That was a good lineup. Alex Smalley shows up there. I don't want Alex Smalley. There we go. This is what we're looking for. That was a good one to end Nathan Johnson's lineups. That was a really good one. Okay. All right. So Nathan, and then Barry. Okay. Have we seen much of that? No. Colin Hideki. Barry wants this. Looking for the next one on deck. Let's see here. Daryl Mooney will be next. He wants Xander and Morikawa together. And then it's you, Ryan. Okay. So it'll be Daryl after this with Xander. And then I get right to yours, Ryan. Thanks for hanging out in the chat, by the way. Okay. Morikawa, Minwoo, and Aaron Baddeley. $6,300 Aaron Baddeley. Morikawa, Homa, Minwoo, Shank, Woodland, Aaron Baddeley. Barry R, if you're in chat, what do we think about this? And I need to go boost up Mr. Baddeley. Morikawa, Homa, Minwoo, Shank, Woodland. Woodland will get the bump out, and that's fine. That's okay. I don't mind that. Morikawa, Homa, Minwoo, Shank, Woodland, Baddeley. Who got the boot the last one? What the heck? I thought Woodland got the boot. I don't know. Interesting lineup though. Morikawa Minwoo. No 210Ks? Okay. Morikawa Minwoo, Justin Rose, Willie Z, Ryan Fox, Aaron Baddeley. Interesting. Leaving $600 on the table. That's a lot of money to leave on the table. I don't mind it. It's a lot of money to leave on the table, though. A lot of money to leave on the table. Morikawa, Minwoo, Justin Rose, Zally. I kind of want to bring back Ryan Fox. I'm going to change this to 49.6 because I have a feeling it's just going to constantly try to just do 49.4 on the bare minimum. Interesting. Morikawa, Sungjae, Minwoo, Bo Hosler, Vincent Norman. So 2 6K golfers. How do you feel about 2 6K golfers? I don't think this is the week for 2 6s. Personally, I think 1.6, 1.7 is the way to go, and then mix in the rest. Like, okay, so this is good. Morikawa, Minwoo, Hideki, Zalatoris, Fox, and Baddeley. Like, that would be my favorite lineup of yours so far. Fox will get the boot. Yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make sure the optimizer doesn't select more than 2 7Ks. And doesn't select more than 1 6K. If like that would be the most I play in any of those ranges, and I wouldn't necessarily want to have. Actually, no, I could do 2 7s and 1 6. That's fine. I was just about to say I wouldn't want to do that, but I'm okay with it. Morikawa, Minwoo, Taylor Moore, Sam Stevens, Aaron Baddeley. We like that one. No, okay, no 2 6Ks for you. Gotcha. Very strict like me. Hoagie goes with this one. That's not terrible. Morikawa, Minwoo, Moore, Hoagie, Baddeley? Sure. No, thank you. Okay. I'm gonna just do this. 0 to 1. 0, 1. And there we go. Now it's gonna select 2 8Ks or 2 9Ks. Yeah. Ooh, Bezzy. Interesting. Morikawa, Minwoo, Matsuyama, Bezadenhout, Svensson, and Baddeley. That's not terrible. Morikawa, Minwoo, J Rose, Bezzy, Patrick Rogers. There we go. We like that. I don't mind that one. Minwoo more like ooh. Love that. Okay, so then we break it, Barry. We break it. Hi, Anna. We are still live. We had a lot of people come in and participate, so we are going through lineup creation for them. I've got, I think, a couple more people left. I did see your message, by the way. Stream is going good. Let's see here. Oh, by the way, we have people in the chat wondering how we walk outside in Minnesota. I think you're the last person, Ryan. Give me Homa and Taylor Moore. Yeah, you're the last one. Barry, you are welcome, sir. Mr. Lombardi Lee is here. Did I miss a lineup of yours, Lombardi? I know I built a couple for you. Homa and Taylor Moore. All right, Ryan, you ready for this? Because I'm going to ask you who you want to keep and who you don't want. Yeah, AJ was. Where is Baddeley? There he is. All right. Ooh. Okay, I don't really care for Ches Reavie, but Homa... Oh, I should probably change the rules, right? And if you're still in the chat, I hear you. All right. Let's see here. We need to change some rules. Ryan, do you want 2 6K golfers in your lineup? Like the possibility of 2 6Ks. Let's put some limitations on this. Currently, I have 0 to 1. For 7Ks, I have 0 to 1 as well. This is normally 1 to 3. And 6K is 0 to 2. 10K is 1 to 3. So it's but you're already choosing a 10K golfer. So what is your preference? I know I didn't ask this for anyone else, but Ryan is usually very specific. He likes certain golfers, so I'm trying to spearhead this before we start building. Okay. I'm going to keep it as is. You can tell me if you like it any other way. So, here we go. Homa and Taylor Moore. So it's Homa, Cole, Thigala, Fox, Rye, Taylor Moore. Don't really care for Rye. Rye's showing up a lot. Like, could be a low-owned guy. I just can't see getting enough points out of Rye to be in an optimal lineup. Could be. Could happen. I don't know. Next lineup is Homa, Cole, Sahith, Keith Mitchell, Taylor Moore, Gary Woodland. That one's pretty good. I think that might be a little chalky, but I think pretty good. Homa, Cole, Rose, Yeager, Fox, Taylor Moore. There, that might be chalky as well. Oh, I have a duplicate in there. Okay. So we duplicated one of the... We have 2 duplicates. We've already built these lineups. Interesting. I forget who it was. We've already built these lineups. Homa, Thigala, Rose, Zalatoris, Hisasune, and Taylor Moore. No duplicate there. That's a good one, though. And then Rio's getting the boot right now. Homa, Cole, Rose, Zalatoris, Moore, Hoagie. I bet you this is a duplicate. I was to guess. Yep, sure was. I think we must have done a Homa, Cole combo already. Homa, Day, Thigala, Batia, Taylor Moore, and Vincent Norman. That's pretty good. No duplicate there. Homa, Bradley, Matsuyama, Mitchell, Taylor Moore, Michael Kim. Solid. I like it. I hate salary tags that are the same, though. All right. Last call for additional lineups to be built. I've been live for, what, 3 hours? Pretty darn close to 3 hours, so we're probably calling her quits soon, but I'll do 1 or 2 more lineups. Homa, Cole, Rose, Zalatoris, Moore, Hadley. Homa, Cole, Rose. Yeah, I like that one. And that's a little bit different. Hadley. So, unlike Aaron Rye, I do think Chesson could get you enough DK points to hit the optimal lineup. So, I don't mind Chesson Hadley. But we are also not on Bermuda. I would much rather him at like the Players Championship or somewhere down south in the Florida mix or the Southeast. Much rather have him there. And I don't want Batia. Homa, Cole, Rose, Fox, Batia, Moore. Eh. Same with Davis Thompson. Like, I don't see Davis Thompson being... Actually, you know what? Davis Thompson would be a good fit here. I don't know why I didn't think of it, but Homa, Day, Rose, Fox, Moore, Davis Thompson. I love it. Homa, Cole, Rose, Zalatoris, Taylor Moore, Mackenzie Hughes. I love that lineup. It's a good lineup. Again, I don't like pairing up, you know, 2 price tags together, but that's just a superstition. Alex Smalley. Homa, Cole, Bradley, Fox, Moore, Smalley. We like that one too. All right, 2 more for Ryan. If I don't see any other lineups in the any other duos in the chat to build lineups around, we will call it a stream. I'll conclude it. Okay, AJ Love wants some. I was gonna say I can conclude it with my thoughts on building lineups, and I will. At the end of this, I will conclude with what I think might be the best plays for this week. Homa, Cole, Rose, Zalatoris, Moore, Hubbard. I like that one. I think we already saved that one. Homa, Cole, Matsuyama, Boha. There we go. My favorite lineup for yours right here. This one, I think we already have it. Yeah, it's a duplicate. Love this lineup. Hosler, Fox, Taylor Moore, just to show you, Ryan. We don't want that one. We want this one. Hosler, Moore, Fox. My top 3 7K golfers. Oh, by the way, Horschel. So this is what it's all sorted by, the count, really. You don't need to know anything about this. Just know these are my top 4 7K golfers. I really only want to put 2 of these guys together, but I don't mind doing 3. And quite frankly, that's what we have here. Hosler, Fox, and Moore. Like, I think it's a wonderful lineup. Love that lineup a lot. Okay. So that was the end of those lineups for Ryan. Let me text my girlfriend back really quick. Okay. Tell her we love her sharing you with us. She could be watching. I'm not sure. But yes, I agree. Okay. So we had 2 more that came in. AJ had Michael Kim, English, and Ben Griffin. Very interesting. Kim, English, Griffin. There's our boy Griffin. Inglés. No habla inglés. And Michael Kim. Morikawa, English, Matsuyama, Griffin, Fox, Kim. Yeah, sign me up. We just needed one lineup, right, AJ Love? Like, if there was one lineup, this is it. I don't even know which one do we kick out. Which one do you not like? I could kick out Fox. We've been seeing a lot of Fox. If you don't like Hideki or Colin Morikawa, we certainly can do that, but this lineup hits pretty much everything I would need it to. No, instead, AJ, currently need to drive 3.5 hours to go see her. So it sucks, but it is, I mean, it's worth it. And, it's just what has to be done right now. It has to be that far away. We'll hopefully move in together during the summer. That's it. Thanks. All right. That works for me. Michael Kim. Okay. Let's do this one right here. No one has. I'd be curious. X, Cole, and Shank. Yeah, so Shank, we haven't really been given Shank much love. I think you've been giving Cole the most love. The optimizer's just selecting Cole. Like, it's selected Cole in 27% of the lineups, and I don't really think anyone's anchored around Cole. Xander, Cole, Justin Rose, Akshay Bhatia, Adam Shank, Taylor Moore. Don't really care for Akshay. Xander, Cole, Rose, Hisasune, Shank, Woodland. I like Woodland better than I like Hisasune, so I will be kicking Hisasune out. Shoffley, Cole, Matsuyama, Fox, Shank, Pavon. Pretty good. Where does Pavon sit in my 7K bucket? Down in the bottom? In the middle? Or, oh, Woodland's at the bottom with Rye and Montgomery. Yikes. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to touch Woodland. Ryder would be someone I don't mind. Where are we at, Pavon? What the hell? Ooh, he is up at the top. I'll say this. I wouldn't play Pavon and Fox together. That doesn't make any sense. Same with Rio. I would not do any of those guys together. So is that what we have here? Fox and Pavon? Yeah. I would not put those guys together. Oh, shot like Harden in. Hey guys. For $1.99, you can also get a badge like Shot Like Harden, get your name greened out, and become a member of the SweetSpot Society. Shot Like Harden, would you like to show off the cool, fun things that you can do in chat? Be part of my sales pitch. Just hit the little join button. $1.99 a month. Easy. Get a badge. Fill the message board with a bunch of emojis. It's fun stuff. Ryan Henson, this lineup here, one of my favorites. One of my favorites. Also, Shot Like Harden, I forgot to ask, did your brother ever sign up on Prize Picks? If he did, I never got the email, and I need to reach out to Prize Picks in order to figure it out. Shoffley, Day, Cole, Shank, Norman, Shamo, Power. Oh, I don't know. That's an interesting one. Shoffley, Cole, Rose, Fox, Shank, Thompson. Yeah, that's, I love, like when you did that last week, I was like, man, because I never, the thing that came to mind is I had a lot of these images already saved, but I'm like, well, SweetSpot Society, I want that for sure. And then secondly, I got to put something with the optimal lineup in there. So like the fact that you can put that stuff together, it's pretty cool. Xander, Cole, Straka, Shank, Kim, Gary, Woodland. No thanks. Shoffley, Cole, Bradley, Fox, Shank, and Callum Tarrant. Yeah, that one I like. That one, I think we just saved that one. Remember, tell us best 3 lineups. Absolutely. He'd been losing his ass in poker, so he... Okay. Yeah, I was just making sure, just because I haven't had a communication with Prize Picks for a very long time, so I wanted to test it. I wanted to see if someone signed up using the promo code and put money in their account, if I would actually get an email telling me that someone joined my cohort. Been a while. I think I've got like 6 people in my cohort. Everyone used all their promo codes on all the top guys, and then you get nothing. You get nothing in return for it. Shoffley, Cole, Bradley, Shank, Moore, Bobby Mack. I like it. I don't like the two $7,300 guys together, but I like this one. And 2 more lineups for you, Ryan, and then I'm gonna do shot like Harden. I'll go over my best 3 lineups for AJ. I'll also go over my strategy here at the end, what I plan to do for this week, which I'm gonna build lineups right after I get off with you guys. Xander Coleman, okay. Taylor Moore, I like you, bud, but I don't want 2 $7,300 golfers together. Shoffley, Cole, Matsuyama, Fox, Shank, and KH Lee. We haven't had a KH Lee sighting. I don't mind that. I like that a lot. I'm not going to save it right now, but I like it. Xander, Cole, Thigala, Grillo. Ooh, Grayson Sig. Haven't seen that. This is a different lineup. There we go. Perfect. That was a good one to end on for you, Mr. Henson. How about one more? One more? Shoffley, Cole, Straka, Svensson, Shank, Norman. Actually, that one you probably do like, don't you, Ryan? That one's a good one. Here, I want to try something out. I'm gonna mute my mic, and we're gonna change the voice. I think this is hilarious.
What is it that I'm like? It's just not the greatest running of all time. Just take one of them, 1 year old. It's the Bible. Oh, it's like that. It's like that. I don't know about like the river. Oh, background effects. I don't want background effects. That's what it is. Frankly, bitches like this. What happened to all of these voices? There's a weird and outdoor thing. I gotta see that stuff. I don't know.
All right, we're back. Good night, Mr. Henson. I got to figure out the voice changer thing. I don't like that feedback thing. I just wanted to try it out. That one filter was the billion hair. Billion hair. Here, I'll show you. These are all of the so I was using this one. These are all of the voice changer ones. Giga Chad. I've done these up here, like the Battlefield Radio and whatever. These are funny. All right. You said you can't do Homa Fi now. That's because they're playing together, I'm guessing. Yeah, you can't. So then you wanted Homa Straka. Okay, we haven't had any like anchored lineups around Homa and Straka, but I'm pretty sure we've built Homa Straka lineups. We'll do like 5. Took Plumlee over 7 points. He has 0. That sucks, dude. Homa, Day, Straka, Fox, Kim, Sam Stevens. Sign me up. That's a great lineup. And it was not duplicated. Homa, Thigala, Straka, Mitchell, Rye, Michael Kim. Another good lineup. Homa, Cole, Straka, Zalatoris, Taylor Moore, Gary Woodland. Another good lineup. We're not going to play Gary Woodland, though. Homa, Thigala, Straka, Jaeger, Hisasune, Tyler Moore. We are not going to play Hisasune, but that's not bad. My playlist just ended, which means that was supposed to be the end of the stream, but here we are, going into overtime. I like that this is the exact same song that was on. There you go. Homa, Thigala, Straka, Mitchell, Fox, Davis Thompson. Not terrible. Yeah, I can't play Woodland either. Homa, Thigala, Straka, Jaeger, Rye, Taylor Moore. Homa, Thigala, Straka, Jaeger, Rye, Moore. I don't mind it. I don't like Rye though. And there's Shank. The one that we were just anchoring around for Ryan. Homa, Thigala, Straka, Jaeger, Batia. Yeah, I can't do Batia, man. Okay. Homa, Thigala, Straka, Jaeger, Fox, and Ryder. Not terrible. What would you like to see different, Charlie Carden? Since you're a little late to the stream, Fox will show up a lot. We can kick him out. We can also kick Thigala out. What do you like? What would you like? While that is happening, AJ, 3 lineups I like. I like this one. I don't care for Aaron Baddeley, but if there was a 6K, like if I just pretend that this was a random 6K golfer, not someone we anchored around, I love that lineup. I want as much exposure to Minwoo Lee as I possibly can, as well as Hideki, as well as Zalatoris. I don't really care who my 10K golfer is. Paul Morikawa isn't terrible. I think I'd much rather see Max Homa. But if I need, like, I don't know if I'm going to play a lot of Morikawa, so like a lineup like this, I like a lot. And then on top of that, this by far is my favorite lineup. Homa, Cole, Matsuyama, Hosler, Fox, Moore. I don't get Minwoo in here. That's okay. I get Matsuyama, I get Fox, I get Hosler, and Moore. The 3 7K golfers that are at the top of my list. I like those guys a lot. I'll get to my third one after I take out Jaeger for Mr. Shot Like Harden. You also really like Hideki and Wilsey? Yeah. Homa, Thigala, Straka, Willie Z. There we go. Emiliano Grillo and Chesson Hadley. Not terrible. Not great, but not terrible. KH Lee, Korean Cowboy. That's kind of on brand for you. Homa, Thigala, Straka, Zalatoris, Grillo, and Mark Hubbard. That isn't terrible. Do you want that much Thigala? It's a lot of Thigala. Homa, Thigala, Straka, Zalatoris, Grillo, Hubbard. I'll wait for your answer. I'll try to find my third favorite lineup. Interesting. There's another lineup that has the 3 guys in it. Where was it? Moore, Fox, Hosler, Justin Rose. I don't know if I have that one. Yeah, I mean, I guess that might be my next favorite one. Like, I don't mind this one either. Anything that has like Bobby Mack in it. Xander, Day, Thigala, List, Ryder, Burgoon. I don't mind something like this. This is a pretty good one. I don't know if I have a clear-cut third that it's a favorite. I might build the third one here on stream. So I'm not really seeing anything that I care for. Like, this one's close. I don't care for Davis Thompson, but it's close. This one's close. I don't mind that one. I don't know. Nathan Johnson, you've been diving into Rainmakers yet or waiting for the new season? Waiting for the new season. I almost think of Rainmakers right now as a chore. Like, I have so many stupid cards that I'm like, let me put together all my good lineups. Let me put together my let me put together my elite lineups, which I don't have very good elite cards. Like, I got a lot of the rookies from last year. So, okay, let's put those in. Now you need 3 of those with 3 rares. Do I have any good elite ones? Then I'll add them with good rare ones. If I don't, then I'll just put a good rare lineup together, a couple good rare lineups together, and then I'll put all my good core lineups together. And then I've got like 200 cards left of just garbage. Peter Malnati, KH Lee, and I'm not saying that I'm not really consciously choosing them as garbage. They're just cards I knew I had to throw in a lineup. Joseph Bramlett, Martin Laird, Nick Watney of all people. Like, I'm just like, man, well, I don't want to not use them. You know, I know they're not going to do that great, but let me just throw them in a stupid contest. And so it's more like a chore now. I will change those out in the future, but yeah. Have they done the recipe yet? I haven't looked. I imagine after next week they'll be dropping those. The Greens Pass, the 20th today the Greens Pass came out for the 2024 season, so you could purchase that. You loved the gala this week. I didn't even see that. Okay, cool. Well, that's it, man. I'm not going to build you any more lineups. You like the ones that we put on the board or on the screen? Let's see if we can find one more. That ain't it. Okay. All right. So here's what I'm going to do. When I get off this with you guys, when I get off the stream, I'm actually going to do this wholeheartedly. I will be anchoring 2 lineups, or I'm sorry, I'm be anchoring around 2 of these 7K golfers. It's gonna probably just be Bo, to be quite honest with you. I like Bo and I like Taylor Moore together. I am going to sprinkle in Horschel. I will sprinkle in Ryan Fox. In fact, maybe what I'll do this. So I have all these AM PMs. This is just going to be on mine. It says AM equals that, PM equals that. Okay. What I will do is I'm going to make everyone PM. And then those 4 golfers, I'm actually going to change to AM. So this is just another way to do this. So Fox will go AM. Taylor Moore is going to be AM. I already forgot. Who were the other guys? Hosler was one. Switch him to AM, and then the last one was Horschel. I think it was $7,400, right? There he is. Jeez. So we have 73, 74, 75, 76. There we go. So then down here, I'm going to do 2. Make sure it selects 2. And then 3. I'm going to keep everything else the same. Actually, I'm going to change the 7Ks to 2. 6Ks just to 1. I don't want more than one 6K. I don't want... Ooh, I guess 3. Never mind. 3 7Ks has to be it because I'm selecting somewhere between 2 to 3. And I'm going to try to narrow up how much money I have left on the table and go from here. If this works out, wonderful. If it doesn't, then I will definitely anchor around definitely 2 golfers. I'll do different combos, if I'm being honest. I don't mind Eric Cole, but we're not doing Gary Woodland. So 3 7Ks, yeah, it won't be Gary Woodland. More Fox, yeah, Mitchell's okay. Nah, I don't want Mitchell. So it wants me to kick out Taylor Moore, but I'm gonna kick out Mitchell. Okay, actually I'll save this, and then I don't want any more Mitchell. Not for this combo, at least. Ooh, Nathan got his pass today. I'm thinking about doing that. We'll see, though. We're not doing Rio. Rio is not going to be one of my 7K golfers. I don't even care. I'm not adding them to this mix. That's the other thing, too. So when I'm building this, I think I know I'm just going to kick out certain golfers. So we'll kick him out. Might keep everyone else kind of okay. Batia, I know I don't want to play any Batia. Grillo, I don't mind. Montgomery, I know I'm not going to play any Montgomery. Davis Thompson's not a guy that I want to play here either. Ryder's fine. Dietrich, Bjork, that's all good. Yep. Probably no to Matthew Pavon. Probably no to Chesson Hadley. Definitely no there. I don't mind playing Nicholas Lindheim or Stallings or Hardy or SH Kim or Ben Coles. Yeah, so I'll keep it like that. Charlie Carden, I think what the pass will do is it'll give him early access to drops. And then he also gets a bonus. I think it's like a 10% bonus for his score. His franchise score. I think that's how it works. There we go. Here we go. This is what I want to see. You see this? Schauffele, Minwoo, Justin Rose, Bo Hosler, Ryan Fox, and Vincent Norman. That's exactly what I want to see. Exactly. In fact, ooh, yeah, I think I just make sure it selects 16K. Yeah, I think we make sure it just selects 16K. I don't want to. Never mind. I don't want it to have to choose a 6K, but I'm probably going to try to convince it to. How do I feel about Cam Champ and Johnny Vegas? Stack up on them if you want. I have no issue with that whatsoever. Xander, Rose, Zally. Okay, so this is a great balanced lineup that I will be putting in a contest. Like a cash game or a 100-man contest. But I will be kicking out Jaeger. I don't like Jaeger here. Get a rebate as well for packs and first-hand purchase. Ooh, okay. Schauffele, Bradley, Zalatoris, Fox, Grillo. Okay. And Billy Horschel. I like Billy Horschel. Why are we kicking Billy Horschel out? Don't be kicking Billy Horschel out. Did he kick out my other AM guy? did. Bo Hazard got kicked out. Don't be doing that. We're going to kick out Grillo. $94 unique views. All right. I'm going to do something once again. We're going to do another added like giveaway thing. I'm changing it to subscriber only. For those of you that are in the chat right now, if you tell me your favorite 2 golfers you want to pair up together, I will add you to the weekly subscriber giveaway. Let me know. I'll continue to build lineups. Give me your 2 favorite golfers. We're in subscriber only mode. It's the only way you're going to get additional. We have 94 unique viewers. I just had a spike of like 12 to 14 new people. So if you're new, let me change. There. Duration has been changed. You can certainly give me 2 golfers now if you become subscribed. And then you get a chance to win next week's giveaway worth $5. And you'll also be put in the monthly giveaway worth $110 so far. It goes up for every 10 we go over that goal over there. You see 612 to 600. We can get to 620. I'll add more money to it. I'll add another 10. Gotta be subscribed though. Ooh, I like this one. Shoffley, Bradley, Rose, Hauser, Fox, Sam Stevens. I like that one a lot. Make that yellow as well. Homa Straka, okay. Colin and Jason. I like that too, man. I gotta get some Jason Day in my lineups here. But I like lineups like this. Shoffley, Sahith, Hideki, Bo Hazard, Ryan Fox. Yeah, sign me up. It's a great lineup. Here's what I would do. Let me bring back Eckroat, and I'm actually going to kick out Thigala. I don't know if I really care for Thigala. That way the optimizer has to select someone else. Maybe he'll consider Eckroat. It might not, which it did not. When Shoffley, Cole, Bradley, Hazard, Fox, Callum Tarrin, which I bet you we already have. No, it's not a duplicate. Morikawa, Minwoo. There we go. There we go. Give me some Minwoo. Rose, Hauser, Fox, Michael Kim. Yeah, there we go. That's... See, I would have loved to just have built this lineup just using my brain, my eyeballs. But the fact that the optimizer was like, hey, this works. I'm down for it. Is that it? We just got 2 subscribers in the chat that like money, like the chance of winning money. Come on, guys. If you're in the chat right now, I see 12 viewers in the chat. If you're in there and you're a subscriber, you get opportunities to win some money. Leave me your 2 favorite golfers this year or this week. Here we go. Shoffley, Bradley, Rose, Hauser, Fox, McIntyre. Sign me up. Love that. Lombardi Lee, there we go. What? I scared a person away. Like, you know what? I don't want to be called out on this 12. Did we save the SIG lineup? We did not. Eric Cole, Minwoo Lee. I like that. Shank, I don't mind. I'll save it, but I'm not a huge Shank fan this week. These are lineups that I can get behind. Morikawa, Day, Zalatoris, Hauser, Fox, Sam Ryder. Okay, sure. Jason Day gets added to the mix. I love that. Xander, Day, Zalatoris, Hosler, Fox. I'm going to say no to Shamo. Not feeling it. Morikawa, Day, Zalatoris, Hosler, Fox, Justin Suh. Yeah, sign me up for that one. That's a good lineup. Okay. That is going to be it for the giveaway, since nobody else is fessing up. Thank you all for participating. That did. Hoagie, sure. So I would do this a different way. You see how Hosler and Fox just keep showing up, which is totally fine. I don't mind that. I would change it. Actually, there would be a couple things I would do different. Hubbard, sure. Basically, I would kick out Fox or Hosler, or I would lock in like Billy Horschel. Well, this is all fine and dandy. I don't mind building lineups like this. But I really just want to see like 1 or 2 7K, or I want to see 2 7Ks and a 6. That's kind of what I want to see. Yeah, so I'm kind of getting bored of these lineups. Like I don't want to see the same 3 at the top and then just mix in one of the low 7Ks. Victor Perez, sign me up. Absolutely, AJ Love. Absolutely, dude. There we go. Shoffley, Bradley, Zalatoris, Fox, Horschel. I get Horschel now, and I don't like the 27400 guys. Come on now. I think what I'm going to do is give these guys just a 100-point bonus, each one of them. I think that's how it will fix this. Taylor Moore's already 100 points up. Okay, they're all the same. That's fine. We'll keep it all like that. Pendrith is going to get the boot. Sure. All right. Well, I've got some lineups to do. It's late. I need to use the restroom. So we're going to call our quits there. That's a good lineup on the screen right now. Xander, Day, Zally, Fox, Horschel. There we go. Nick Hardy. How do I feel about Johnny Vegas and Cam Champ as one of your 6-8s? I don't mind that whatsoever. If it were to show up, I'd be happy about it, honestly. It's just not showing up. I don't care for Straka, but I also don't mind playing Straka. My girlfriend said, you've been watching the show all night. Yeah, giving out some good information. That's why. Appreciate you, man. Shoffley, Bradley, Rose, Fox, Horschel, Spawn. So that's new. I'd basically run this all back. So how I like to work with the optimizers, I'll just continue doing this, and it's giving me like all these anchor plays, right? There's a lot of Keegan Bradley. So what I'll do is I'll kick Keegan Bradley out. Ooh, the 3 guys right there. I love it. Okay. So I think I've seen enough to go like this. Let's bring back, sure, I don't mind bringing back Jaeger, not Akshay, maybe Grillo, that's fine. Pendrith, sure. Moore, of course. Hughes, yes. Kim, yes. Smalley, I don't really care. Sure. Hoagie, sure. Sam, sure. Justin, sure. Eck wrote, yep. Wallace, probably not. Hadley, no. Woodland, no. Hardy, yep. SH Kim, sure. Hubbard, sure, and sure. We're gonna kick out Bradley. Too much Keegan Bradley. And if Eric Cole shows up, we'll probably kick him out. I do not want any Sepstraka. You know what? Maybe I do. Do you still like Bramlett? Yes, I like Bramlett. this is a very interesting week. I actually, the fact that the optimizer is doing like 10, 9, 2 8s, 10, 9, 10, 2 9s and 8, 10, 3 8s, 9, 9, 8, 8. That's what I think is going to win a GPP this week. I think you need 4 8K and above golfers in your lineup. That's just my feeling on it. I know I'm building currently with like 2 7Ks with the possibility of a third 7K or 2 7Ks and a 6. I just think you're going to want more 8K and above golfers in your lineup. So I'm going to do the 7K approach because I think the 7K wins. I think it's getting the right 7K is going to win you a GPP more so than anything else. But I'm going to continue building lineups like this. Straka shows up. I don't want Straka. Should be golden then. Perfect. Shoffley, Minwoo, Rose, Fox, more. Yeah, I love that lineup. This is a great lineup. That one's pretty good. Pretty balanced. So yeah, I'm gonna switch this down to 2, 1, and 1. And I'm gonna switch this down to 1. So I don't want more than 2 7Ks. Like I want it to choose a 6K if it has to. It's not going to be Ches Reavie, that's for sure. Yeah, that's not terrible. I don't mind it, but no thanks. I'm not doing 2 8Ks like that either. Not doing Tyler Duncan, too big of a course for him. Ooh, Doug Gim. I don't mind Doug Gim. I'm not going to save it, though. That's a good core there. Fox, Moore, Rose, Day, Shoffley. Yeah. Lashley, I don't know about that. You came off of your 100% Homa stance? Yeah, okay. That's probably smart. Hey, I don't mind going back to Toasty, but I do not want that. Like, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do Grillo with those guys. All right. 2 more lineups, and then I'm done. Matty Schmid, sign me up. I'm not going to Harry Hall. Seabez was my second highest owned golfer last week and playing 2% this week. Yeah, Seabez. I got on Seabez because of this. So these 5 golfers, I did different combinations of 3 golfers each. I liked Seabez because he was the only guy up here with a top 20 finish from the year before up here in the top of my buckets. And then I wasn't sure between Ryder and Hadley, and then I kind of skipped that and just went with these 3 guys. This helped me win $600. So that's what I'm trying to do with this, but I don't think you need as many 7K golfers. I think you probably need 2 at most. So I'm like leaning like a missed cut and a top 20. I'm also leaning like did not play. But here's the thing with Ryan Fox. No course history, no last year. When you look back, I did this earlier in the stream. When you look back, not many golfers with no course history were inside the top 10. And there are so many good golfers this year because of the DP World Tour trend, you know, golfers coming over from there. There's too many of them. I still think maybe 1 or 2 finish inside the top 10. I don't know if it's Ryan Fox. Could be. Minwoo Lee fits in that that category. Adrian Moronk. You got some other Euro golfers that also fit in there that aren't. This is just the 7K range. But like in the 8Ks, Ludwig Aubert also. Do you consider the metric score? I don't know what the metric. The metric score is just the their rankings. These are the sweet spot ranks in metric, like in the total point form. I feel like Fox always plays well on tough courses. Yeah, I kind of feel the same way. Like he's a bomber. He hits the ball super far. And I'm cool with that. I don't mind putting him in my lineups. I'm just trying to get to like some good 6K golfers. I just want to see the optimizer do its thing. We ain't gonna do Steven Yeager. Come on. Shoffley, Day, Rose, Horschel, Moore, Carl Yuan. Interesting. I'm kind of hating the fact that it's not selecting Bramlett. I want it to do it naturally just to see, but I'm going to force it if it doesn't show it soon. Okay. So Cam Champ was one of your dudes. We'll see what the optimizer does with Cam Champ. That's a sexy lineup. Xander, Day, Rose, Fox, Moore. It's a sexy lineup. I also like Vince Whaley. Wouldn't mind that. Where's my boy Bramlett? Bramlett's not a bad score, but just there's balanced is better. It's just showing up better for this event. Xander, Cole, Matsuyama, Fox, Moore, Bramlett. Sure. Let's take out Cole. Let's see what will show up instead. Shoffley, Day, Rose, Fox, Kim, Bramlett. Like that. Let's put Minwoo. Shoffley, Minwoo, Justin Rose, Fox. I'm going to kick out Fox. Like I said, I don't think two guys with 0 course history are going to be inside the top 10. Lowry. Oof. Sure. But now I'm going to kick out Lowry. Luke List. It's a chalky lineup. Let's kick out Luke List. I'll be running these in the 25-cent winner take alls. You best believe that. Ooh, I like this one. Shoffley, Minwoo, Hideki, Horschel, Moore, Bramlett. I like that one a lot. Damn. Does it get any better than that? Curious, if I take out Hideki, what would it do? What would it do? Rose, Ben Griffin? Sure. I'm gonna kick out Ben Griffin. I just want to see if when the optimizer breaks. P-Raj? Sure. Remember, don't ever fall in love with the 6K golfer. That's what's happening right now. These just all look sexy. Oh, oh my God. What is this? Oh my God. That one's fire. That one's fire. 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 Sorry. What? This is insane. I don't know if, I mean, this is no good, because this is just a ton of really good lineups that I'm falling in love with a 6K golfer. That's not smart, not great. Sure. Kevin Yu, sure. I don't want Kevin Yu, but sure. Oh my god, dude. These lineups are disgustingly good. Holy crap. My 6K golfer in each lineup is one of 3. Champ, Bramlett, or Vegas. So if all 4 beer out for you, yeah, I will. Dude, by far, okay, so Minwoo Lee is one of my favorite golfers this week. If I could put Minwoo, ooh, that's what I should do. Minwoo and Hideki. Minwoo and Hideki together. Alexander Bjork, welcome to the team. This is crazy. I don't mind Adrian Moronk. Actually, I do. I'm not going to put Minwoo and Moronk together. That I won't do. I think I like Moronk, but if I'm gonna play Moronk, I'm taking Minwoo out. Okay. We broke it. So I'll save the Moronk one. I'll go back to what Shot Like Harden said. We'll go ahead and put Cameron Champ and Bramlett, which I already hate, by the way, because two $6,800 golfers. That will never be good. Oh, I'm gonna break it. Actually, no, we'll keep that the same. If it breaks, it breaks. We don't build lineups with it then. Not terrible. Shoffley, Day, Sahith, Fox, Champ, Bramlett. I'm just not putting two 6K golfers together. So I guess if I were to... I'm going to remove Thigala. You probably... Actually, you do like Thigala. Let me remove Fox. And let me remove this rule down here. Nope. Ain't doing that. Not with Woodland. All right. Last one. One more good one, and that's it. Shoffley, Bradley, Thigala, Mitch. Whatever. That's not good enough. Thigala just showing up a ton. Him and Bradley. Keegs and Thiegs. That's what Byron likes. It's garbage too, man. That's garbage. Sure. I gotta go. I gotta use the restroom real bad. So, with that being said, hey, thank y'all for showing up, staying here the entire time. I gotta go. So, thank y'all for watching. Please leave a like on your way out. Comment, subscribe if you haven't yet. I'll see you in the next one. All right, bye.